All right, just took the greatest thumbnail of all time.
We're live.
It only took us 4 takes to get that thumbnail. But anyway, Monday Night Football. We are live here tonight. Giants taking on the Falcons. Michael Vick is in the building there with the old number 7. And the Falcons wearing the throwback unis tonight. They're in the all black.
Love the throwback unis. Reminds me of the Deion Sanders and the Brett Favre era of Atlanta Falcons football.
Did Brett get any quality starts in Atlanta?
Nah.
I don't even think he. I don't think he started a game, did he?
Not a lot of burn for Brett back in the day. He had more other things to worry about, like sending pictures and painkiller medicine.
Small peen pictures.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
Small peen Favre.
If you have any info about Brett Favre's career at the Atlanta Falcons, which was very short, let us know in the comments below. We got a kickoff here. The Falcons are receiving the ball. Caught at the goal line. They're going to return it 5, 10, 15, out to the 25, 26, and he's going to be brought down by a host of New York Giants. Matty Ice and the boys from Atlanta are going to go to work at their own 26-yard line.
Big Matt Ryan taking the field here. Obviously, a few years ago, that Super Bowl game still kind of haunts him a little bit. Folks think they can get back there. I don't know if they have the defense to play good enough to get them back there, but they definitely have the talent on offense, even with an injury at running back.
Yeah, when you think of Atlanta, I mean, where are the missing pieces? They're solid everywhere. I guess maybe it's that O-line. I'm really not sure.
Probably the O-line. Can they protect him here? We'll find out tonight.
All right, 1st and 10 here at the 22-yard line of Atlanta. Atlanta has the ball. Matty Ice under the gun. Roll out, throws it to Julio. He's got some room, and that's going to be a 9-yard gain to start off the game there. 2nd and short for Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm expecting a big game from Julio Jones. He really hasn't had that breakout game yet this year. I'm thinking that he's going to have at least 125 and a touchdown tonight. They're going to make sure they get him the ball early and often.
Yeah, as we look at the replay here, nice little play action. Fake the handoff left, then roll out, little bootleg to the right. Nobody in his face. Well-designed play there. All right, little quick snap there. I formation, hands off. Looks like Coleman there, and that's going to be a 14-yard gain and another Atlanta Falcons first down.
Coleman taking over as the primary back really has something to prove to this Falcons team. A lot of people think that can he do it all by himself? They're going to find out. He got no other option right now. Coleman's the number 1 back. Falcons going a little bit quick here to start out.
Yeah, 1st and 10 here for Atlanta. They're at their own 45. Matty Ice back looking and just dumps it down the middle. That might be an intentional grounding call here. He just spiked it kind of in the dirt there. I didn't see a receiver really anywhere within the area of where he threw it. And let's take a look at some stats here from Matty Ice. Since week 2, 75% completion percentage, 341 yards on average per game. Really some impressive stats from Matt. You gotta wonder, why don't they have a better record?
2-4 record. I think it's at 14 touchdowns and 1 interception since week 2. That's ridiculous. Obviously, this isn't on Matt.
All right, 2nd and 10. Atlanta's at their own 46. Matty Ice is under center. Hands it to his right. That's Coleman again, and he's going to be stopped for a loss of 1. That is Martin on the play. Really kept contained there, and that's going to result in a 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11. Matt, again, really trying to get Julio in early, trying to look his way to start the game. A couple times there, looked him off, couldn't get the ball to him, then went with that screen. I was surprised it wasn't called for grounding.
Yeah, one of the guys on this Atlanta offense, Calvin Ridley, you really don't hear folks talk about him much, but he's a big play threat.
Big play threat. Obviously, how much of that is all the attention's on Julio Jones. Maybe that's why Ridley's getting extra looks, obviously, and more targets.
All right, Matty's in the gun, looking, and he's going to be sacked. That's going to be a loss of 6. Bunch of pressure there. Olivier Vernon, the first guy to get in the backfield. It looked like Wynn cleaned it up there, and that's going to be a 4th and long and a punting situation here for the Falcons.
Giants D-line, not known for their pressure. Only 7 sacks on the season coming into this game. The Atlanta line just not doing their part early on.
It was actually Wynn for New York that got there first, and then Olivier Vernon cleaned it up for the sack. Now Bosher's going to punt it here. Nice high kick, and it's going to be returned. That looks like Odell back there. No, it's not. caught and returned to the 19-yard line. And Eli and the Giants are going to go to work at the 19. And you want to talk about a guy who's had a lot of scrutiny this year. You see all the tabloids in New York. What's the deal with Eli right now?
People don't want Eli Manning as their quarterback in New York. If any Giants fans out there have anything to say about that, leave a comment in the comments section. But we'll get into it later. Obviously, with Saquon Barkley taking him instead of a franchise quarterback, maybe with the early pick. I don't know if that was the right move. We'll find out tonight. Eli, are his best days behind him. There's some rumors of him being traded to Jacksonville, maybe.
Yeah, and it's really interesting. So last year, this Ben McAdoo, he was the he was the big jabroni, he was the big buffoon. But really, when he benched Eli, what was he saying there? I think there was a bigger message that he was portraying there, and it was like, hey, this Eli guy, this is the guy that's holding back the organization, because he already knew he was going to get fired.
Yeah, you're not putting in Geno Smith at quarterback to thinking he's going to win any more games or less. Maybe that was his point. We're just the same team with Geno Smith as we are with Eli Manning. And obviously you see that although the line obviously hasn't been great for the Giants, they signed Nate Soldier from the Patriots, but I don't know what Eli's thinking. He should probably hang it up, but he loves the game too much. Maybe he's too proud, wants to play the contract out. We'll find out tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the things that was really, it was kind of heartbreaking. I mean, it's tough to feel bad for a guy who has 2 Super Bowls. I mean, the guy's set for life, comes from a long lineage of athletes. But, man, when he got benched that week, I think it was week 14 or 15, man, you could see the pain in his face, man. You had to feel for the guy.
Very deflating. He had the starts record he was approaching with Brett Favre, another Brett Favre mentioned tonight. Yeah, but it's not the same quarterback. You can say he won 2 Super Bowls, but this is a what have you done for me lately league, and the Super Bowls were a long time ago.
Yeah, and it's a young league too. I mean, this league continues to get younger, and really your prolific guys at the quarterback position, other than Brady, Big Ben, Drew Brees, but it's your young guys, man. Your Jared Goffs, your Carson Wentz. I mean, look at Sam Darnold right now. I mean, this guy, is what, 21, 22 years old, and this guy is carrying himself like a crafty veteran.
They are the future of the league, but they're here now.
All right, 1st and 10 here for the Giants. They're working at their own 19. They're going to hand it off to Saquon to the right. Saquon does have room, and he's going to be up to the 22-yard line. Little gain of 3 yards there on 1st down.
3 yards, he kind of broke it to the outside. Probably could have gained about 6 or 7 if he ran it straight up the middle there, but tried to make a little more out of it. Only a gain of 3 for Saquon.
All right, 2nd and 7 here. Giants have the ball. 12 minutes left here in the first. Atlanta went not quite 3 and out. They got a couple yards there in their opening drive, but they had the punt. Eli's in the gun, bunch receivers to his left, Saquon to his right, looking, fires to his right, has a man, that's Odell, and he's going to be up for a 15-yard gain and a 1st down. Nice pitch and catch there.
Great route by Odell. I think, again, like Julio, they're going to try to make sure they get the ball to him. Obviously, you want Odell Beckham to be happy. We all know he's been talking in the news about Eli, about the owner, about the coach. It's all about Eli. Let's face it, he's a diva receiver. Him and Julio Jones are the total opposite ends of the spectrum, but whatever gets the job done. He got the new contract now. Now what's he going to do?
Absolutely, and we'll get to that point in just a second. We have a 1st and 10 from the Giants 37. Eli is once again in the gun. Odell is to the right. He has a running back to his right as well. Ball is snapped.
Maybe.
Eli's back looking. Safety valve to Barkley to his right. Barkley gains about 2 yards, runs out of bounds. And we have a 2nd and 8 there. And going back to your point about Odell, obviously Odell is a diva. He's very outspoken. But the fact of the matter is, I think he's speaking up for a lot of people in that locker room because, Eli has a lot of clout within the management. I think Odell's speaking up for a lot of the players in that locker room.
Odell has the contract, so he can come out and say what he wants. You're not going to cut Odell Beckham. He's a great player, great talent, no doubt about that. So, like you said, he might be speaking what some of the other people are saying, and they can't say it, or else they'll lose a job.
2nd and 7, 10:38 here in the first, no score. Eli under center. Play action, looks, fires to his left, has a man. That's Odell again. Odell has room. He's at the 45, down to the 43, and that's going to be another Giants first down. Giants looking pretty good in the early plays of this drive.
The Giants line is going to be the big thing tonight. No pressure from the Falcons. Eli all day in the pocket. Nothing at all. Just even brought 5 men. They brought an extra man there, left Odell up across the middle, wide open. Same route, different side of the field.
Yeah, Odell running a bit of a dig route there on Alford, and had a ton of separation. Great pass by Eli. These guys are looking good here in the early going here. 9:58 here in the first, no score. Eli is in the gun. He's at the Falcons' 44-yard line.
Barkley's in the slot.
He's back, looking pressure, and he's going to go down. That's going to be a sack. Loss of 8, and Eli, I'll tell you this much, he gets down quick.
He does get down.
He has no escapability.
Just as we talk about the line protecting Eli for the first 5 plays of the game, there's absolutely no protection there. Right through the line, big sack. Wow. 3 guys got to Eli there, and that's what people say. Maybe it's not on Eli. Maybe it is the line. You see what happens when he gets time. He can still make the throws. That time, not so much.
Our boy Jason Wood said, "This is actually pretty entertaining. Good job, guys." Thank you, Jason, for tuning in. We really appreciate it. All right, we have a stoppage of play here. Giants have the ball. They're back in their own territory. They're at their own 49, 2nd and 17, and we have a stoppage of play.
Timeout, Atlanta. Must have had the wrong personnel out there for what the Giants were showing. I'm not sure why you call it timeout unless you're Andy Reid this early in the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, head coach Dan Quinn for the Falcons, he's a defensive guy. You know, he's very into the game. You know, obviously he lets his coaches coach, but he's a hands-on coach as well. So if he sees something he doesn't like, he's going to get in there and call a timeout.
Very, very hands-on. 9:11 left in the game, 0-0 game. Giants with a 2nd and 17 upcoming. I'm getting back to play here shortly.
Just want to welcome everybody to Brock Page Productions. This is our 3rd or 4th live stream. I can't keep up with it now, but we have a lot of fun, and it's viewers like you that make it all worth it. So if you appreciate it, just drop us a line in the comments section. We'd love to talk with you, chat with you. If you have any questions, let us know. 2nd and 17, ball at the Giants' 49. Eli looking. He has Barkley to his right. Barkley catches it, and he's going to be up for a 6-yard gain, runs out of bounds, and we're going to have another 3rd and double stick situation here for the Giants.
3rd and long for the Giants on their side on the Atlanta side of the field now. Just talking about Saquon, getting him the ball. He has 100-plus yards in each game this season, 823 from scrimmage. He's been a great asset to the Giants, but again, is that what the Giants need, or do they need a quarterback to succeed in the NFC East and the NFC in general?
Time will tell. I mean, certainly it can't be bad for jersey sales, you know, and that's what it's all about, making money. Now we have a 3rd and 11. Giants are at the Falcons' 45. Eli's back. Another safety outlet. Check down Charlie. Throws it to Saquon Barkley in the flat, and Saquon gets 4 yards, bumped out of bounds. And we have a 4th down, and they're kind of in that weird situation where they can do a punt or a really long field goal. I think they're going to punt it, though.
I think they'll probably punt it this early at the 45, play the field position game. But again, Eli, not a lot of time, just has to swing it out to the safety valve, and Barkley, even though it's just a swing out, not easy to tackle with one man. It takes 2 men to tackle him usually.
So Dixon's out to punt. They're punting from the Falcons' 41. See if he does a little coughing corner here. Nose of the ball is down. Kicks it towards the numbers, and that's going to be down at the 1-yard line. Special teams got to be solid, and that's going to be down at the 1-yard line. The Falcons are going to go to work at their own 1 here in the first quarter. No score in Atlanta.
No score. People asking, who are we for? I'm for good football, and for whoever you're betting on.
Yeah, so that's a great question, and I see that WHD Gaming's back in the building.
Back.
What's up, man? You've been one of our loyal guys here on the live stream. I appreciate you tuning in. It's great to have you back. Now, the total in this one depends on where you're shopping at, anywhere between 52 and 54. When it comes to the Falcons games, I got no reason to bet the under. I know that Eli hasn't been moving the ball much, but when it comes to the Falcons, they're always capable of putting the total over themselves. So I have the over in this one. And also on the spread, Falcons are laying 4. The Giants have given me no reason to back them with my hard-earned money. I cannot back the Giants catching 4 points in the Dome in Atlanta. So I like Atlanta -4 in this one.
Another reason why this is a great game. A lot of star quality. Both teams not with the best records. Atlanta, like you said earlier, might be the best 2-4 team I've ever seen. Giants at 1-5, but there's star quality everywhere. Obviously, big markets for both teams. Really going to keep people's interest in this game. Should be a good game.
Yeah, I see that Nico dropped us a line here in the comments section. Nico's actually a good friend of mine on my Patreon account there. Me and him go back and forth all the time. Nico representing South Florida. That's my boy. And he asked us, do you guys give out leans and props? You know what? We'll bet on anything, really. But, we're a little bit more focused on doing the play-by-play. He's a little bit more focused on the color, getting stats, getting fantasy numbers and stuff like that. So if you guys have any props or leans that you want to shoot us down in the comment section, let us know. We'll certainly get in the action. But if you lose the bet, if we beat you, we fully expect you to hit that $ button and pay up.
We love that. We love that. WHD, don't tell me, the Chiefs aren't playing next Sunday night again, are they? They better not be.
No, Chiefs, Broncos, I believe that is a 1 o'clock start in Kansas City.
Okay.
I do not. We'll have to take a look. That's a great question.
Is that a Tim Tebow shirt?
So yeah, we were talking about this earlier. So this is a homemade Tim Tebow shirt. It actually says it's Tebow time on the back, and I bought this from a guy who was faking his own cancer. He was selling these shirts to raise money.
What?
And he never had cancer. Yeah. Weird story.
He's faked it.
He faked it.
Wow.
All right, first and 10.
We'll
Atlanta has the ball. They're at their own 1. 7:58 here in the first. No score. Matty's back. He throws left. He has Julio Jones. That's going to be a 15-yard gain and a first down. Nice out pattern by Julio. Tiptoes, catches it, and runs out of bounds.
Beautiful out route there by Julio. One-on-one coverage. Julio's going to win that 9 times out of 10. Great job of holding on to it. Kind of almost bobbled it a little, but still drug the right toe. Kept the left foot in. Great catch right there.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be a long night for Janoris Jenkins if that continues. I'll tell you that right now.
Janoris Jenkins and Apple are going to do their best on him, but they're going to need help. They're going to need the double.
All right, first and 10 here. Atlanta working at their own 15. Handoff up the gut. That's to Coleman. Nice little hole and a 4-yard gain there on first down.
Another big thing to watch from the Falcons tonight, too, if they get the ball in the red zone. We know of their struggles in the last 2 seasons with the ball in the red zone. Will they be able to punch it in? I'm not sure. I think they will tonight against this Giants D. Generally, it's a pretty soft D this year, so we'll see how it goes.
All right, first and 10.
Oh,
second and 6, I'm sorry. Matty Ice, he's rolling, looking right, throws deep, has a man. That's going to be Julio. He's at midfield. He's down to the 40, and he is going to be taken down. That's a huge gain, but we have laundry on the field.
I'm bringing it back. It looks like 2 linemen blocked the Giants lineman in the back there. No way this stands up. Matty looking at the replay up on the board. Julio upset. Finally broke out a big reception, and it's coming back.
Julio actually smiling. They did a close-up on him. He's laughing.
We got Tony Cornette tonight. Wow.
Tony Corrente, 20th season in the NFL. And I'll tell you what, he loves the camera. We might see a lot of laundry here tonight.
After last night's Sunday night game, we don't want to see any laundry. We want this pace to be nice, keep the game moving, a lot of offense, keep the clock running, get me out of here before I fall asleep. I'm joking.
Jason Wood asks, do you guys have a favorite commentator duo that you draw inspiration from? It's got to be old Harry Callis and Whitey. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
I don't know if you guys are aware of them. They were the Philadelphia Phillies announcers a long time ago.
All right. I also like Joe Angel, baseball commentator for the Baltimore Orioles.
Joe Angel's good.
All right. Matty back in the gun. Throws it, and that's going to be, they're going to make up most of those yards there. That's going to be about a 20-yard reception. Couldn't see the number there. Oh, that's Calvin Ridley. We were talking about him just a short few moments ago.
Rookie receiver having a great start, obviously. Great route across the middle. Little soft zone. Just found the soft spot.
And if you notice, they were working on Janoris Jenkins again.
Janoris Jenkins.
They're their best corner.
All that hair in his eyes you can't see.
That multicolored hair, yeah. So that's going to bring up looks like we got ourselves, that's a first and 10. Yeah, they picked up the first down. Atlanta's got the ball. They're at their own 29. 0-0 game, 5:52 here in the first. Matty's under center, play action. and he is going to get taken down
by that Janoris Jenkins.
Is that Janoris? I think
Coming-
that's a different player with long
yes, he
dreads.
doesn't have red hair. Sorry. He came off the corner, though.
Yeah, that's going to be a secondary cornerback sack there, coming off the edge. No blockers, nobody picked him up, and that's an easy one there for the Giants.
Matty just kind of didn't even try to take a hit, just went down quickly. Smart play to give himself up there.
The best Fortnite mobile player said, "Our pass rush is so bad."
Oh, that was all Webb. Who was that? I can't. Is that Webb with that
I
sack?
think that was Webb.
Is that Webb? I can't even get a name here.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 17. That's going to be a little swing out to Hall.
Not Dante Hall.
Not Dante Hall, a different Hall. And that's going to be a gain of 4 yards there, bringing up a 3rd down situation for Atlanta. 5 minutes here in the first quarter. 0-0 game, 3rd and 13 for the Falcons.
Oh, Brian Hall, number 3 on the wide receiver depth chart behind. That's of the slot guys, not number 3 overall. Number 3 of the slot guys. The 5th option, getting an early target here in the game.
All right, 3rd and 13. Matty Ice is in the gun, ball in the 25. Bunch receivers to his right. He's back. He's looking. Throws left. Has a man. That's Mohamed Sanu, and he's going to pick up the 1st down and a huge collision with Landon Collins on the sideline. Neither man goes down, but, man, that was a hard hit, and we see a lot of jawing back and forth there.
Jawing already. That's why you love Mohamed Sanu. Most receivers are, at the sideline. We're just going to run out of bounds. We already have the 1st down. Nope. Mohamed Sanu is going to drop the shoulder, level Collins, really start to set the tone for this game early on.
Delivers the contact, and that's the one thing about these big Atlanta receivers, man. Not only are they quick, they run crisp routes, but they're physical. They'll let you know that they're there to play.
They are here to play. Mr. Krabs saying, too bad the offensive coordinator doesn't know how to score in the red zone. We'll see if that changes. Kind of commented on that earlier.
All right, 1st and 10, handoff to the left. That's going to be a loss of 1 here for Atlanta. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 11. And, yeah, about the offensive coordinator, Sarkisian, we've been talking about that all year. The guy's brilliant, except when it comes to the red zone. He just cannot draw a play up in the red zone, and you saw that last year in the playoff game with the Philadelphia Eagles. They had a 4th in the season to go, and they ran, I don't even know what the play was.
They
just
ran
a little route to
a
Julio.
little swing out to Julio, a little roll out. The Eagles said they knew what was coming the whole time. They had it on film already. So you got to mix the play calling up here in the NFL.
All right, 2nd and 11 here. Matty Ice in the gun. Throws it down the middle, and that's going to be Austin Hooper on the reception. And that's going to be a gain of 10 yards. We're going to have a 3rd and short here at around, looks like they're getting closer to midfield.
Hooper's deceivingly fast. Sometimes he'll go for a big gain throughout the day. He'll get single coverage with a linebacker, a little fly pattern. Sometimes I think he had 5 games of over a 30-yard reception last year, and already a few this year.
Bleds W says, "What up, Brock? Hope that dog of the day comes through later. I hope it does too. We're hitting 70% on the dog plays in our last 20, so I think we got a pretty good shot of it." All right, 2:40 here in the first, 3rd and 2nd. 3rd and 2, I'm sorry. Matty Ice is going to get sacked.
Wow. Just held the ball too long there. The pocket collapsed on him, nowhere to go. Obviously, Matty not known for his scrambling ability, but still, pocket collapse, nowhere to go. Looking frustrated. Still, a lot of completions, good percentage. He's 6 of 7 for 77 yards in the early going.
Yeah, so the Falcons there had a 3rd and short situation at around midfield. Really a good opportunity to get something going, and they give up a sack there. Really not good on their part. So punting situation, punt is away.
Oh, block in the back, no.
Fair catch, and that's going to be fair caught at the 11-yard line. So Eli and the G-men are going to go to work at their own 11, and so far, looks like that under, especially the first half under, is looking pretty good.
The first half under is looking very safe. Scoreless game right there. Interesting that we haven't seen Odell Beckham back deep to receive one of the 2 punts so far. He's had a little bit of trouble. I believe he's had 3 muff punts already this season, one costing him a touchdown earlier this year.
Mr. Krabs says Eagles will probably win the division, but they won't go past first round. I don't know, man. You got to look out for those Washington Redskins.
I don't know why they're good, but they're playing well.
I don't know why they're good.
Why are the Redskins good?
The roster on paper is horrendous, but those guys get the job done.
They do get the job done. They're really tough playing down there in Landover, Maryland. Not in the city of D.C., but, you know, they have a chance to win the division. It's wide open. The Giants at 1-5 probably are out of it right now. Hopefully, what do Giants fans think? Do they want them to lose games and get that quarterback to replace Eli Manning? What are the options in the draft that you'd want out there? I'm not sure. Would somebody like Derek Carr, would you give up 2 first-round picks? John Gruden is obviously in the mood to trade, trading Armani Cooper today for a first-round pick to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, big news in the NFL. So Cooper goes to Dallas. That could be a game changer in the division. Now, I kind of agree with Colin Cowherd in the sense that when it comes to a football team, you want to build from the inside out. But man, that might be one of the pieces that the Cowboys are missing. And Cooper, pretty well behaved guy. You really don't hear much out of him. You know, I don't follow Oakland closely.
Yeah.
But seems like a pretty quiet guy that just gets the job done. He's out of Alabama. I mean,
interesting stat I saw today. Calvin Ridley is actually only a year older than Armani Cooper.
Wow.
Ridley's a rookie. You'd think he's probably a little bit younger. So Cooper, who's already been to 2 Pro Bowls in his career, has some problems with dropping the ball. But from what the Cowboys have right now, anything's an upgrade. And be able to get a 2-time Pro Bowler who's 24 years old, what a great get for the Cowboys. A lot of people think they gave up too much in the first-round pick, but you got to go out and get the player.
Yeah, and Mr. Krabs had a really interesting comment here. So he thinks that Kyle Lauletta is the future of the G-Men. Downingtown's very own Kyle Lauletta. And I'll tell you what a story for Kyle. Kyle came out of Downingtown, Pennsylvania, a suburb of Philadelphia, went to Richmond, had a great career, and he's looking like maybe he might be the future of the New York Giants.
He might get a shot sometime this year.
All right, 1st and 10 here for the G-Men. They're going to run it to the left, and that is going nowhere. That's going to result in a 2nd and 10 here. 1:43 here in the first. 0-0 ball game. That under play looking very good for under bettors in this one. 2nd and 10 for the Giants. They're deep in their own territory. They're back at their own 11-yard line. Eli's under center. I formation. Tight end to his right. Play action. Eli's rolling right. Looking, throws deep. Has a man, and that's going to be Shepard. 15-yard gain. Nice catch with contact and a first down.
Sterling Shepard with a great catch there on the play action. That's what Saquon Barkley really brings to this Giants team, though. The play action pass, all 3 linebackers collapsed on Saquon, leaving one-on-one coverage on the outside. Right now, they were just going over the board at Penn State at their weight room.
Unbelievable.
Saquon Barkley holds every record for the team when it comes to the clean, the bench, the squat, broad jump, vertical jump, shuttle, 40-yard dash, strength index. The man is a beast. The man-child, I should call him.
He's a physical specimen for sure. 1st and 10, they're going to hand it off to Barkley. He's got some room, jukes a couple guys, and that's going to be a 2-yard gain there on first down.
You don't see that in the stat book. Saquon hit 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage and still gets a 2-yard gain.
Gets
positive yardage.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great thing, and that's something that you're not going to see in the stat book.
No.
Missed tackles.
Missed tackles? No, not there. Right now we have who do we have on screen?
That's Jason Witten.
Jason hard-hitting Witten.
Jason hard-hitting Witten and Joe Friday Night Fights Tessitore.
Wow, that's a
Joe Tessitore was doing fights on Friday night for ESPN for 20 years. And I don't know how he stumbled upon this gig.
Sometimes
but good for him.
3rd and 7 run, he's still acting like he's doing fights.
2nd and 9, play action. Eli's looking, throws right to a safety valve. That's Barkley. Barkley makes the first man miss, and that's going to be a first down. Go ahead and break down that play.
Wow. Again, first man misses. Somebody that should be faster than Saquon Barkley, a cornerback, but no, he blows right by him. Arm tackle, totally misses him. Actually got a fingertip on him. I apologize. And the other safety came over to help out to knock him over. Nothing game after 1.
Yeah.
Is that what we thought was going to happen in this one?
Well, I don't know if it's what I thought. It certainly wasn't what I was hoping. Hopefully we see an offensive onslaught here. Fortunately for me, the overplay wasn't a part of my premium plays on patreon.com/Brock page. But I'll tell you what, man, I had no reason to take the under in this one, especially with Atlanta. Just putting up a ton of points. Defense hasn't been that great. And I'll tell you what's more exciting than an NFC South showdown?
Nothing. That's the most exciting thing I could think of. An NFC South showdown. A lot of great teams, great quarterbacks all throughout the division. That's what you want in this league. The NFC, I mean, it's wide open right now. Nobody besides the Rams, who are going to probably obviously get the 1 seed. The 2 seeds up for grabs. We don't know who's going to get there. The Rams look like the clear-cut favorite, but Atlanta's not done. They could come back. They've shown that they can get to the playoffs. They can win. They almost won on the road against Philly last year, as we talked about. Without bad play calling, maybe they do win on the road and beat the number 1 seed last year.
Yeah, it's interesting about that play calling thing. So the one thing that I'm noticing about the red zone is that the effective plays that are being drawn up, it's a little bit different dynamic. Back in the day, it was more power. It's best on best. We're going to push your guys around, and we're going to grind out that first down. Now you see a lot of misdirection. You see a lot of motion, a lot of guys coming around the edge, a lot of flipping, tossing, plays drawn up very similar to that Philly special. And once you get down into that box, down deep into that red zone, it really is harder to score.
This isn't the CFL where we get 20 yards and a head start. We only got 10 yards. It's almost, obviously, they always say it's an extra defender, the back of the end zone, the boundary line. So it's really hard in the NFL once you get down there to put that ball in the end zone, especially when you know what teams are doing, what play is coming, when you have a very predictable and bland red zone offense like the Falcons do.
Yeah, I mean, when you're kind of in that hyper-aggressive goal line situation on the defensive end, you're really in attack mode. You're not thinking of covering the trailing tight end, or you're not even thinking the tight end is going to come around and catch the ball and throw it.
No.
All right, so somebody said, Chase Bolden said, hey, Brock. Hey, Chase, what's up? Hit the like button, said, who's still liking the over? Well, I'm not liking it right now, but I'll tell you what, if you can catch it on a good in-game, you already had the over anyway. I'm sure that line moved down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure it's down in obviously the low 40s right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So 1st and 10, 0-0 game. Eli hands right to Saquon. Saquon runs outside, has some room, and that's going to be a 4-yard gain. Bumped out of bounds. 2nd and 6 here for the New York Giants. 14:55 here in the second. 0-0 ball game.
I cannot talk about Saquon enough. Again, he gets hit 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, first contact, still gains 4. Both defenses, I think what they're doing tonight, Atlanta's defense is really trying to shut down Saquon Barkley, and the Giants' D is really trying to shut down Atlanta's passing game, knowing what the other is trying to do tonight.
All right, 2nd and 7. Little end around to Ingram. Catches it, has some room. That's going to be a first down. Nice little play design there by the Giants, and that's going to result in the first down. And the Giants are going to have the ball at their own 47, approaching midfield. 1st and 10 Giants.
Somebody saying Matthew Z got 28-24 Giants. Think they'll pull it out, a hard-fought win. Everybody still thinks that the scoring's going to come, and I do too. I wouldn't be surprised to see the first points on the board after this drive. Atlanta's defense kind of looking tired, even though they haven't been out there that much. Moving a bit slower.
Yeah, Bleds W thinking we're going to see an overtime game. I'd be interested to see what the prop on that would be. What do you think? Maybe 8-1, 9-1 on an overtime game?
I think probably right around 9-1.
Plus 800, plus 900 on that?
I would love a nice overtime game tonight after last night's long game. There's some laundry again.
I'll tell you what, last night was a really tough broadcast. So we did the Cincinnati Chiefs game, and you thought that was going to be a barn burner. Man, it was a blowout. I was exhausted. I was tired. We had fun. We had a good time. I had about probably 10 beers on set.
10 beers?
PBRs.
You.
But, you know, it's always fun doing it, but it's a lot more fun when you have a nice tight game like this one here. All right, 1st and 15. Giants were backed up. Eli throws left, has Barkley. And that's going to be a 2-yard game. And check down Charlie is in the building tonight. Oh, my goodness. 1 out of every 2 throws is a check down, an outlet. What's going on here?
Eli is just check, check, check. If you're in a PPR league with Saquon Barkley right now, you already have 5 receptions for a whopping total of 8 yards because there's just nothing there. Eli, 8 for 8 on the night for 69 yards and 1 sack.
And a next-gen stat. His average target is 6.9 yards down the field.
Fourth lowest.
Fourth lowest in the NFL.
In the NFL. That speaks to that piss poor line. How
do you want to put it?
I can't put it any better.
All right, 2nd and 13. Giants at their own 45. Eli's back. He's looking, has pressure, and he goes down. That is going to be Crawford on the sack. Eli was literally touched by that finger.
One finger, Eli goes down. There it is. First time tonight we've gotten to see a case of Eli face, where he does the sideways look at his coach, like what's going on. Nate Soldier there trying to block 3 Atlanta linemen because he's the only offensive lineman that's capable of doing anything. It's the line. It's the line. Nothing else. I'm starting to think it's not Eli Manning. He's not as good as he was, but it's not all on Eli. This line is atrocious.
All right. Well, you're right, because we got a 3rd and 21. Eli's in the gun. 3 receivers to his right. He's back to pass. Pressure. Safety valve hits Ingram. And he's going to gain 5 yards, and that's going to be another 4th down and a punting situation here for the Giants.
Thank you, Logan Champ. Plus 750 for the OT on Bovada. That's good knowledge on your part. Nice quick knowledge there. Thanks for looking that up. What's your beer while watching a game? Good question, Jason. I think that's whatever one chooses to sponsor us. We'll put it right here, right?
Yeah, ice cold beer. Whoever wants to sponsor us. There's a ton of breweries in the area where we're at, which I'm not going to tell you. But I don't want to show any bias towards my picks. But, oh my God, a rolled snap to the punter, and he gets it off. It's going to be a low punt, and oh boy, the Giants can't do anything right.
That punt might have gone 25 yards.
Yikes.
At least he got it off and not blocked. I got to give him that.
So Zach Diassi, he's been in the league for probably 15 years, veteran long snapper, rolls one back, terrible punt, and the Falcons are going to go to work at their own 25. We're in the 2nd quarter here, 0-0 ball game.
I cannot believe this, what's going on. Both teams, it's almost like a boxing match right now, feeling each other out, knowing what their weaknesses are, and really taking advantage of them on the offensive end. Defensive doing a good job.
Danny is asking, where is Blue Girl? Obviously, Blue Girl is...
who's that?
She's on her way. She'll be here in the 3rd quarter, so just stay on here with us. She had to work tonight, and she's got the cutest little daughter, so she's doing something with her. So she'll be joining us in the 2nd half.
That's
hopefully
good.
Where we see a whole lot of points. So
hopefully,
tell your friends that Blue Girl's coming.
And she's bringing the points with her.
Yes, she's bringing points with her.
This is like golf. What's like golf? This game or us?
Oh, he said they better score. This is like golf. Yeah.
Yes, first team to -3 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hit the like button. I like that name. It's a good name. Be
Good.
sure to do that.
Matthew Z asks, what are your favorite teams? My favorite teams are whatever cash and tickets, man. I have a different favorite team every week.
Whoever's making the money.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Obviously, I could see that yours is the Redskins, and you guys are playing pretty tough this year. So the Skins, that was a premium play for me over the weekend. I liked their ability to get the job done over the weekend, and they did. They did over the Cowboys.
Adam checking in with 6 hays. Hey, Adam.
Adam Brogdon, what's up, man? What's going on?
Give me one more hay, Adam. Give me one more. A hay and a like. I'll take a hay and a like.
All right.
Here it
If
goes.
you guys are just joining us, 0-0 ball game. We're in the 2nd quarter here, and really a field position battle as we're up to 60 viewers right now. I just want to welcome each and every one of you in to the chat. Welcome to Brock Page Productions. I'm Brock Page. This is Lamar Bowe. And, man, we just love sports. We love broadcasting it, so here we are. This is what we do.
2 nights in a row. It's very nice. I love a good football game. I spent all day yesterday watching football. The only time I got off my couch was come to your house and watch the Sunday night game. The London game at 9:30 in the morning. Long day of football, but I love it.
Yeah, you can't beat it. I really think probably the only person unhappy would be my fiance, which I've literally ignored for 48 hours straight. All right, 1st and 10. Falcons at their own 25. Matty pitches it to Coleman to his right. Nothing going there. That's going to be a loss of 1. We have 11:09 here in the 2nd quarter. No score in this ballgame.
Quick question from Logan Champ. The total is down to 37.5. Worth taking the under.
Well, Logan, it depends on where your action was before the game. So if you were thinking the over was going to hit, you're getting incredible value now. Still taking the over, at 37.5, you still already have your money on the over.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Don't take, don't take the under and hedge your bet there.
Matt Ryan sacked 3 times tonight. Again, Giants only 7 coming into the game.
All right, 2nd and 11. Matty's in the gun, hands it off. That's going to be a minimal gain there, gain of 3. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long again. 3rd and 7 here. 10:24 here in the second quarter. Tie ball game between the Falcons and the Giants.
I'll tell you what, that Landon Collins, they call him a safety. He's more of like a new hybrid safety linebacker. He's in on a lot of tackles. Usually, as far as fantasy total goes, he's about 14 to 18 points every week alone on tackles. Unheard of from the safety position.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't see that many points out of a secondary guy. All right, 3rd and 8. Matty's in the gun, throws left, has a man. That's going to be a first down, and that is Julio. That's Julio Jones, and that's an ode to my boy Big Mike, who's down there in Atlanta. Every time Julio caught the ball, he'd go, Julio.
Sounds like that Rufio from the Hook movie. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
No, Robin Williams, Hook?
Yeah. No, I don't.
Hook? Peter Pan?
Yeah, I seen the movie. I don't remember what you're talking about, though.
Used to say Rufio. No, all right, never mind. Back to the game.
I forget.
First and 10.
I'm too busy watching sports, man. I can't be watching that fairy tale.
I'm not watching fairy tales right now.
All right. Well, it is a 0-0 game, so you might be. I feel like we're in a fantasy world here. So.
Oh, false start on the line.
Flag on the play. It looks like they're going to back up the Falcons here. 9-12 in the second. 0-0 game.
I'll tell you what, this is starting to look like a preseason football game.
Ooh.
With the pace of this game. The pace is decent. The line just not in control. Everybody's out of sync right now. It's a really, really strange game to me right now.
Julio Jones, last five seasons, 7,060 yards, 23 touchdowns, 458 receptions. Wow.
Again, one of the greatest receivers in the league right now. The only thing that can stop him is double, triple coverage sometimes. 1st
and 15 for the Falcons. Matty's back. Screen pass, throws it out to Coleman, and he is going to be stopped for no gain. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 15.
Great job by the Giants defense there not to give up on that play. Saw Matty rolling out to the right. The line really kind of broke early on their blocking, letting the line through. Giants read it all the way, weren't fooled at all. 5.4K, y'all Bulls doing it big. That's right, Detroit 313.
I appreciate that. Everybody in the 313.
Everybody, yeah, the little Eminem. Everybody in the 313.
Yeah, that's
you see that movie?
That's his area. I did see that.
Okay,
that's a good movie. That's a good flick. B Rabbit.
B Rabbit.
All right, 2nd and 15. Matty's back in the gun, throws, and that's going to be knocked down at the line. And he's giving him a little one of those. That was win.
Little Dikembe Mutombo there.
There you go, man. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 15. We're in the second quarter here. 8:09 left. 0-0 game.
Ball on Atlanta's 32 also. Whew. Detroit 313 is, in fact, from the 313.
Let me guess, you live on 8 Mile Road.
No, not on 8 Mile. I probably lives near that Les Gold pawn shop.
Yeah, American Jewelry and Loan.
American Jewelry and Loan.
If he's a gambler, he's probably frequented there. I know I would have. 3rd and 15. Falcons have the ball at their own 32. Matty's back, has a man. That's Julio. He's got some room to work. Wow. Juking, spinning, and he's going to be short. That's going to bring him up to the 40-yard line and another punting situation for Atlanta.
The Atlanta receivers were too worried about showing the refs they weren't holding there during the play.
Instead of blocking.
Instead of actually blocking.
All right, so 4th and 7. We have a punting situation here for Atlanta. That's Bosher out. A lot of work here for Bosher. He's punting from his own 40. Let's see what he goes with here. Maybe a little nose down on the football. Nope, just a traditional punt. It's high, it's long. It's going to be fielded at the 21. He's got room, 25, 30, 35, up to the 40, and to the 42-yard line. Nice return for the Giants, and they're going to go to work at their own 42.
Net punt of 18 yards is not ideal at all. What do we got? Show us the TV. Brian Stevenson, I'm going to tell you this once and one time only. It is illegal to turn that around and show you the TV. That's why we're broadcasting, so you can hear us.
NC Fire asks, do you guys play on Bovada? I don't know. Well, he plays in like the actual real sports books. I do play on Bovada. I'm a big fan of Bovada. I'm not a sponsor of them, but I would certainly like to be. But Bovada has a great interface. awesome odds, man. I always get the best odds from Bovada, and I love when I'm feeling kind of weird that I want some action. I love their 10-point Sweetheart teaser.
The Sweetheart teaser.
You can literally throw four teams into a 10-point Sweetheart teaser. Now you're going to pay juice on that. You're going to lay about $1.20, but still it keeps your interest into the games. And to be able to buy 10 points on the spread in the NBA is unbelievable.
That's unbelievable. Man. That's unheard of. Only Bovada's offering that.
I guess so. I don't know really any other sports books that are offering that. I know you can't get that in Atlantic City in the brick and mortars. Matthew Z said, do you guys stream every Monday night? No, we don't. This is just kind of one of those rare occasions. We do stream every Sunday night, though.
Every Sunday night. Again, the Chiefs have been on the last 2 weeks. They're not on. I'm going to actually check out, see who we got next Sunday here on the schedule. I haven't looked ahead yet. Next Sunday we have, let's see who we got. Come on, load the tape.
And then my man Cody Cody Dunlap from the MTV reality show. What was it called? Millionaire, making a million, alone with a million. But he was on that show. It's like the challenge.
Yes, the challenge.
But he is in our chat box, man. Reality TV star Cody.
Reality TV star. That is awesome. Next week, thankfully. Thank you for a good game, hopefully. New Orleans at Minnesota. It's going to be a great game on Sunday night.
Absolutely. I can't wait for that one.
Right now the line is even money line on that game.
Yeah, Logan Champ says, I know MyBookie sponsors YouTubers, podcasters worth looking into. I've actually been in contact with a couple sports books online. I won't say who, but it just seems as if they want all my content for free. And
free content?
I'm not in the free business anymore. I did that for 2 years, and I'm not into giving anything for free now. All right, first and 10 here for the Giants. Eli hands it off to his left to Barkley. No room going there. That's going to be no gain. Second 10 from from New York's 42.
My question right now would be, why are the Giants not opening up this play action and going deep over the top to Odell Beckham?
Yeah,
why are they not doing that? Atlanta crashing 6-7 defenders right on Saquon, leaving the top open. They know Eli's not going over top yet this year. He's only done it once tonight, and that was only about a 20-yard pass. So I'm looking for the Giants. Maybe they'll try to go deep here. Maybe a little play action.
And Cody, it was called Stranded with $1 million. So if you guys are watching, you have any spare time, look that up, man. Cody was very in. All right, second and 10. Eli throws it, had Beckham wide open, and he missed him. What the hell happened?
Looked like a little wobbling duck came out of his hand.
A wounded quail, for sure.
A wounded quail shot down early at the line of scrimmage. The ball was. I think I saw a little loose pigskin coming off of that. It was such a horrible pass.
I don't think it was tipped at the line. I just think
that was just Eli.
It was just a poorly thrown ball. So we're going to have ourselves, another third and double sticks here.
Third and double sticks, and right now we're looking at the neck rolls on the back of Booger McFarland's head. That's a great job, ESPN.
Yeah, that's a good job on your part. Very descriptive. Very descriptive. What do they call that? Hot dog neck.
Hot dog neck. It looked like he had a six-pack of hot dogs.
Pack of hot dogs on the back of his neck.
Bring in pressure.
Right, third and 10, pressure, and Eli is sacked. Loss of 8. That's going to bring up a fourth down and a punting situation. And we have some twerking by the defensive lineman.
Like he was sacked by 4 men. I saw a twerk. I saw a Fortnite dance there, that little thing here with the hand.
Yeah.
The kids are talking about. Oh, and then also another thing that brought Eli down there was a stiff wind from the sideline because Eli Manning is just falling over. He does not want to take contact. He's been hit way too many times in his career. He is over it.
And you know who got beat badly on that play? That was Nate Solder.
Who just
got blown past. It's going to be a punt here, 4th and 18. Going to field it. Fair catch. It's fair caught at their own 14. Matty Ice in Atlanta are going to go to work at their own 14 and a field position game for sure.
The field position battle continues, and that kind of just talks to Bill Belichick. He wasn't going to give Nate the big money to keep him in New England. He let the Giants give him the money, spend the money. Things that you know when the guy's time is up. He's not the player. You don't want to pay the contract for the player he was. You want to pay it for who he's going to be. And I don't know if it's just the whole unit that's maybe letting him down, but he's definitely not at the top of his game right now as he was last 2 years ago.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, and a couple guys are asking, who we're on this game. Unfortunately, I lean toward the over in this one. Now, I don't have any real kind of live action on this game, but I lean toward the over in this one. Atlanta gave me no reason not to bet the over, but I also took the Falcons laying the 4, man. They're really, really good in the Dome. It's tough to go down into the Dome down there in Atlanta and get the job done. And I feel like, as bad as the record indicates, Atlanta's really not that bad of a team. It's just a couple miscues in that red zone that's been hurting them.
It looks like Atlanta's one of those teams that plays to the level of their competition. You don't know why. You see them play great games against some teams, then they play a team like this Giants team, and you're still trying to figure out what's going on. Why haven't they been able to move the ball up yet? Is it maybe because the running back's not there? Does that have something to do with it? Coleman not really stepping into his shoes, but I think Atlanta will figure it out slowly in the second half, and whoever makes the adjustment at halftime, which is coming up soon, we're actually getting there quickly with this running clock. Not a lot of incomplete passes early in the game. I think there's only been 2 or 3 incomplete passes so far.
And speaking of sponsorships, one of the this isn't a free plug for Chick-fil-A, but one of the bizarre things about the Mercedes-Benz Dome is that Chick-fil-A is like a huge sponsor in their vending area, and they're not open on Sunday.
But they're open tonight.
They are open tonight. This
tonight.
is one of the rare occasions where Chick-fil-A is open in the Mercedes-Benz Dome.
Another reason they put it there, obviously they have so many college games that are played on Saturdays in there. But yes, one of the rare NFL times you can get Chick-fil-A in the Mercedes-Benz Dome. And we're looking at some artwork of some referees tackling each other.
Flying through the air. Yeah, it's very bizarre artwork.
The flags are on the ground, but the referees are throwing like the flags.
All right, Michael Dalton is back in the chat. He said, hey, when are we going to hit up the casino for the yo bet? Little horn high yo, world bet. Press it up, baby. Let's do it. All right, 1st and 10. Hand off to the right. Coleman on the run, and he's going to gain 2 yards. That's going to be a 2nd and 8 from the Atlanta. Looks like about the 20-yard line. 5:38 here in the second. No score in this contest.
I saw the old blue beanbag come out there like there was a fumble, but I didn't see anything. And the refs didn't either. Picked it right up.
2nd and 7. Atlanta going to work at their own 16. Deep left pass. That's going to be caught. That is Austin Hooper out of bounds. 30-yard gain and a 1st and 10. That's your boy Hooper. I got him on fantasy.
We were talking about that. He'll go deep a couple times a game. One-on-one coverage with the linebacker. Fake handoff, fake reverse here from Matt Ryan. Plenty of time in the pocket. Giants really confused. Had their backs turned.
Wonderful play by Hooper, and that's going to put him into the Giants zone. They're at the Giants 47. Bunch receivers to his right. Matty's under center.
Wow,
little end around play action motion. He's going to go deep down the center, has a man, and that's going to be a touchdown. Beautiful pitch and catch. That looked like it was Hall on the catch. Yes, it is. Touchdown, Falcons, and that's what we thought we were going to see from play number 1.
From play 1, Marvin Hall, your 4th on the depth chart receiver, getting a target. A lot of you Julio Jones fans aren't going to be happy with that in fantasy, but oh well, that's the way the NFL works. It's not fantasy, it's whoever's open.
We literally saw the same play action motion, identical play action motion. It was a fake handoff to the right, end around coming left, and then throws it deep.
Did you see who he beat?
That's Janoris Jenkins. I'm telling you, we're going to be calling his name out a lot tonight because they've been picking on Jenkins all night. PAT, snap, hold, kick, it's up and it's good. 7-0 Atlanta, 4:51 here in the second.
Wow.
What's your fantasy lineup? I'd pull it out, but I'm actually looking at the live stream on my cell phone. But I know I got Austin, I got Hooper, Brady was starting
Tom
QB.
Brady, don't you?
I've been crushing it with Darius Leonard on defense. Oh my God.
Darius
Ton of
Leonard
solo
is,
tackles.
what do you have? I think he had 17 tackles in one game
The
this year.
guy is unbelievable.
Something ridiculous.
The 1 week he was hurt, I picked up Nick Vigil. Miggles, he got me a ton of points that week too. I've been crushing it on the defensive end of the ball when it comes to fantasy. Really weird.
Trying to look up now. I'll see if we can get some of your fantasy stats here, but
Easy E, Compton's very own Easy E's in our chat.
Wow.
But you were dead easy, but it's good to see you in the chat box. He said, I was offered Mike Evans for James White. What should I do? Help. Well, I'm sure the guys in the chat box will definitely help you out there, man.
For me,
I would keep Mike Evans.
Yeah, I'm going to let it ride out. I'm going to keep Evans. You never know with White what he's going to do from week-to-week basis. Evans, obviously the top target for Jameis Winston down there. Still trying to get comfortable after that first couple of game suspension, and then Fitz Magic, as we'll call him, being in there. But I think now we're safe to say it's Jameis Winston's team for the future. You can get only so much out of Fitz Magic, and all the magic has ran out for him this year.
Danny says, I need Julio Jones to get me 20 points to win. I think you're on your way, bud. We still got a lot of game left. I think you got a good shot here as the Falcons are up 7-0.
Matt Ryan and Julio Jones going tonight against Saquon Barkley, and we're about even right now, so we'll see how that plays out. Hopefully, for my sake in fantasy, that the Giants continue to just dink Saquon any room. Falcons doing a great job shutting him down tonight. Hopefully that'll continue.
And speaking of pass catchers, did you see that the old who was that? Ray Caruth?
Ray.
Yeah, he was released from jail today.
Get out of here.
The murder sentence. Yeah, he was booked, I guess, back in 2001 and served his time. Free man now.
Ray man.
How's he free? How's he free?
Well, he murdered somebody. Did his time.
Yeah, I mean, you launder money, you're in jail for life, but you murder somebody, you're out in 15 years. Unbelievable.
Ray Caruth, more famously known from the original Kings of Comedy, one of Steve Harvey's greatest sets, asking Ray Ray if he was going to hide. Ray Ray was found in a trunk in Nashville, hiding from the police. Steve Harvey found that to be very funny.
So Matty Ice, play action plays 6 for 120 yards and a touchdown pass. So that play action really working for Sarkisian. It's a offense. All right, kickoff, fielded at the goal line. Not a good decision.
Plus a flag comes in late around the 11-yard line. That might be backed up some more. I understand why these teams run the ball out on a kickoff out of the end zone. Take the ball at the 25-yard line. That's great starting position.
Let's see what the call is here. 4:46 left in the second. 7-0. It's going to be a personal foul.
Double team block. The new rules.
An illegal double team block on the kickoff. So that is going to back up the Giants like at about their own 10-yard line.
About their own 10. They're having it hard enough trying to get the ball in from the 40. I don't know what they're going to do from the 10. They got to do something. Maybe they'll do the old reverse. Maybe Odell will throw again to Saquon like he did before. That worked out better than Eli half the time.
I'll tell you what, though, this Janoris guy, he's been getting beat up on the defensive side. All right, 1st and 10 here. Giants have the ball, going to work at their own 10. Eli's under center, hands it off to his left to Barkley. Barkley up the gut. He's going to gain 2 yards, and that's going to be a 2nd and 8 from the Giants' 12-yard line.
I tell you what, say what you will about this Falcons defense. They're playing really well tonight. Again, I don't know how much that has to do with the Giants, but Eli, 9 of 10 tonight for a grand total. When you hear a quarterback is 9 of 10, you're going to say, what's that, 160 yards? No, just under 80.
Unreal. Back down Charlie. 2nd and 8. Giants have the ball at their own 12. Eli's in the gun. Saquon, bunch receivers to his right. Looking, throws it to Barkley, incomplete. And that's going to be a 3rd and 8. Man, this is unbelievable. This is the most poorly run offense I've ever seen.
This makes the Bengals look like a very good offensive unit from what we saw last night. It's just, there's nothing there. Coach knows he has nothing. Just trying to swing the ball out. It's really sad to see this Giants team, especially a big market like that. They need a franchise quarterback.
Passionate fans, too. I mean,
I'm just thinking about, look at the Jets. They have hopefulness with their brand new quarterback, and the Giants, it's just like, what are we doing? Are we wasting a season here?
All right, 4:02 here in the second. Atlanta's up 7-0. 3rd and 8. Giants have the ball. They're at their own 12. Eli's back, looking, has a man. Whoa. That's Odell, 30, 35, up to the 38-yard line. And as soon as we started bashing that offense, big play by Odell.
Just in, if you want that offense, you get Odell Beckham Jr. the ball, the guy you're paying millions of dollars to. Trips right, comes across the middle. Almost a little pick play by the Falcons' own linebacker getting in the way of their defender there, really opening them up for a huge gain.
Yeah, definitely a little rub play there. Huge gain. 1st and 10 from the Giants 38. They give it to Saquon. He's going to make some men miss, and he is going to be tackled in the backfield. Loss of 2. Big hit. It looks like that was Casey.
Casey's been all over the field tonight. Oh, there we go. Talking about John Mara, the president and CAO. He created the headlines by his play on the field and not talking about the team in the media.
Referring to Odell, of course.
Yes.
And if you don't know, Odell just signed a 5-year extension this year for, what is it, $95 million?
Odell talked about the team before the contract. Why would he change any different after the contract?
Second, Eli goes to Saquon to the right. Saquon makes some people miss. He's got some room, and that is going to be a 12-yard gain, just short of the first down. And there's Saquon
making the first man miss, and very rarely tackled. Even then, they didn't bring him down. It was just a gang of people holding him up a yard short of the first down. Couldn't even bring him to the ground. Whistles, blowing it dead. He has huge legs. Saquon Barkley is just a specimen. When you make an NFL player, when you're bigger, obviously bigger than position, you know you're doing something. You're putting that hard work in like he always has in the weight room.
All right, 2:08 here. We're approaching the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 1. Eli under center, hands it off to his fullback. That's going to be a first down. 3-yard gain, and the Giants are going to be at midfield, and we're at the 2-minute warning. Atlanta's up 7-0. I'm going to grab a beer.
The roof is open. You're going to grab a beer.
You're going to have to fly solo.
I'm going to fly solo right now. Let's check out some other scores that we have going on here. Around sports tonight on the night, we got the Orlando Magic beat the Boston Celtics 77-74 in the 4th quarter. No one saw that coming. Toronto blowing out Charlotte in the 3rd, 97-77. Milwaukee up big on New York at halftime, 71-52. Indiana trails Minnesota 50-49 at half. Dallas leading Chicago 37-36. Just tipping off at Utah 2-0. And then later, late games, we have Washington at Portland and a big game tonight. Greg Popovich's Spurs at the LA Lakers. This has been a really weird season for the NBA. If anybody saw that game last night, the Rockets and Lakers fighting. Rajon Rondo throwing punches, spitting on Chris Paul. Just some crazy stuff right now going on in the NBA. Danny says broadcast NBA games. What up, Patrick Chapman? How's it going tonight? I will have to talk to Brock. Maybe sometime in the future we can try to do some more focused on football season. Everybody knows the NBA doesn't start till after Christmas anyway. That's when the NBA season gets underway for sure. Patrick Chapman, no other way to watch it except for right here. We really appreciate that. It's good stuff out of you. Just showing some of the architecture. This new Mercedes-Benz looks amazing. Our friend we talked about, Big Mike, had a little bit to do with this and designing this stadium.
Yeah, I think his company on that project. But one thing about that Patrick Chapman, you know, not to be a homer, but I tend to agree with you because, you know, we're just like, we're normal dudes that love sports. We bet on it. We're degenerates. You know, we've had many times where we went to the casino, slept in our cars, and a lot of times didn't sleep at all. You know, when you're driving home on the AC Expressway and you you can pay the tolls with 2 pennies in a wooden dowel. You know, that's scary, but you know, you just got to throw some change in the bucket. But yeah, we're just like, we love sports, man. We're just like everybody else out there. We're just two normal guys.
How about Dark Gal? Enjoy listening to you guys more than the annoying-ass NFL blabbermouth. Actually turning down the sound, watching on TV and listening to us.
I appreciate that, Dark Gal. Yeah, 1st and 10. Eli throws deep, has a man. That's going to be Shepard down to the Atlanta 13. 14-yard line. What a pass.
Sterling Shepard. Giants finally getting a little momentum here late in the... Maybe they should run this 2-minute offense all the time. Looks like a Michael Strahan clone with his gap tooth in the crowd, but not obviously as big as Michael Strahan there.
All right, 1st and 10.
I like pointing out these little things also along the way.
You're not getting that anywhere. Eli throws right, has a man. That is going to be his big tight end, Ellison, and that's going to put him inside the 10-yard line. Atlanta in striking distance, 2nd and 6 from the 9. 7-0 Atlanta, 1:16 left here in the second, but it looks like the Giants are about to strike. They are at the Atlanta 9.
Down in that red zone we talked about, Atlanta can be tough down there.
Eli back, throwing, throws right, has a man, and overthrows Odell. Odell had the corner of the end zone running toward the pylon, and Eli just missed him.
A wide open Odell Beckham Jr. Eli maybe was confused by actually having time in the pocket to throw the ball. Wide open. I don't know how Odell gets in the red zone, but Odell surprisingly not looking frustrated. Eli almost looking like he's something. I'm not sure what he's talking about.
There's no possibility.
The back of the ball's out of the end zone.
Yeah, Odell ran himself open there. That was a great, found a nice soft spot there. That was a great route. All right, 3rd and 6 from the 9. Giants looking to score here. They're in Atlanta territory. Bunch of receivers to the left. Eli in the gun. And they were about to take a penalty there for delay of game. Eli calls a timeout. That's okay. They had 3. They're not going to need them.
They're not going to need them.
So that's a great timeout call. That's when you want to use them. Now, here's my thing about the delay of game, calling the timeout, burning a timeout. If it's early in the game, you're deep in your own territory, take the 5-yard penalty, man. The timeout is more valuable than the 5 yards you're going to lose on that play, especially if it's 2nd and long or 3rd and long.
Take the timeout in the first half is sometimes an okay play. Never do it in the third quarter, especially. The third quarter timeout is the worst timeout you can have.
Valuable than any 5-yard chunk
at any time during the play. And we're back to the action here. Odell out wide, out of the shotgun from the 9.
All right, 1:03 here in the second. 3rd and 6 from the 9. Eli's back, looking, has plenty of time, and he is going to get sacked. Oh, man. That is a covered sack, but He's got to move and find an open man.
Get out. He
there.
had a lot of room to the right to get out. The coach just looking frustrated. Like, he was almost surprised they got in the red zone, and now they can't do anything with the ball. Like we talked about, the Falcons very strong. Looks like they have about 6 guys at the goal line just inviting a short check down pass, and Eli wouldn't take it.
You know, we're looking at the replay here. He had nowhere to go with the ball. He really, it was by Atlanta there. Dan Quinn drawing up a really nice defense. You know, Eli's inability to move really presents no threat. They can run. The defense can run plays like that because Eli has no chance at moving.
No chance. Odell looking frustrated on the sideline again, but not, I wouldn't say a normal Odell Beckham that's really flipping out. He looks calm, cool, under control, not throwing anybody under the bus, not doing anything like that.
Field goal attempt here. Snap, hold, kick, up and good. That's going to cut into that lead here in the second quarter. Atlanta's up 7-3.
7-3 game, Falcons lead.
And Adam Brogdon says, skidid, just. Not sure what that means, Adam. Kissy.
Adam, could you elaborate a little bit on that? What are you talking about?
Great points, Adam. Danny says Patrick Mahomes MVP this year. I'll tell you what, if you guys drop on that, I might take a flyer. What's the odds on that? What's the Bovada or Vegas odds on Mahomes getting the MVP?
I mean, who's looking better than him right now? I don't know. Maybe Todd Gurley in LA. Again, we kind of talked about that last night, but there's not a lot of MVP candidates, just a couple, but you got to put him right up at the top right now.
Joseph Simmons says, yeah, he did. He had a man open to the left. I didn't see him, Joe.
Yeah.
I don't know who it was. If he was open, I can't imagine that he was past
Could have been open on
marker.
Madden.
Yeah.
You playing Madden? He might have been open on Madden. Eli looking confused on the sideline. Eli, not looking at the laptop, still looking at the black and white printouts.
Yeah, I mean, that just shows that's some old school stuff. Let's kick it off. They kick it through the back of the end zone here. So with 50 seconds left here in the second quarter, Atlanta's up 7-3. Low defensive game, and you got to think: is it more of the quality defensive play, or is it just the ineptness of the Giants' offense that has kept their total so low?
Honestly, I think it's a little bit of both. The Atlanta defense is really drawing up a good game plan tonight, really keeping them under control. Again, only one little missed opportunity there for the touchdown, but still, give credit to Atlanta.
All right, 1st and 10. Matty throws to Julio. Looks like a completed pass for a gain. It's going to bring a 2nd and 2 from their own 33.
Adam just wanted to hear his name mentioned. I said, Adam, if you hit the donate button down there, we'll mention you a lot. Don't worry.
Absolutely. Yeah. So let's see. We're taking a look at the replay here, trying to decide if it was a catch or not, and it might not be a catch. Julio caught the ball, was brought down by Jenkins, and that ball was kind of moving around.
It was coming out, but it was on the towel. Does the towel count as the ground?
Well,
not sure on the rule of that.
They're going to count it. Matty Ice is in the gun. 2nd and no, it was incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Wow, what a throw.
Matty finds Julio. That's going to be a 15-yard gain to the right and another Atlanta first down.
I've never seen a back shoulder fade that soft. Very dangerous pass by Matty there. Not to really put a zip on that ball. The safety could have came up. Looks like we have a down lineman right now. Old Fusco, number 65, is down.
Yeah, Fusco for Atlanta, he's down. He's looking hurt. And Brandon Fusco out of Slippery Rock, PA. This is his 8th season in the league, and he's been one of those benchmark guys in that Atlanta interior. Looks like he got rolled up there. That's a nasty looking roll up on the back of the knee there for Fusco. Yeah, you just gotta hope that he's okay.
You don't want to see that, especially right now. With the way this Atlanta offense really needs some help everywhere. The lineman, like I said, 8th season, great job. Very solid lineman. Having a hard time moving that right leg. Also looks like one of the Giants limping off the field. Right there, number 24.
Yeah, if you guys want a little shout out, feel free to drop us a line below. And if you see a mention from Lamar Bowe, that is him. He is moderating the chat box right now. So if you see anything from Lamar Bowe, that's him. That's who's talking.
Right here, that's me. Eli Apple is the one that was going out limping also there. Little comparison tonight. Tevin Coleman, 19 yards rushing. That's it. Julio, 5 receptions, 57 yards. Matty Ryan, 12 of 15 for 193 and a touchdown. Very solid night. But again, as far as stats and building stats up with the scoring column, that's just not there yet.
Yeah, I mean, when you take a look at Matty's numbers, the first thing you think of is efficiency for sure, but only 7 points on the board.
7 points. Oh, and that doesn't look good for Fusco. Really being helped off by 2 people. Looks like they're not bringing the cart out, but he's not heading to the injury tent either. Looks like he's headed straight back into the locker room. Never good to see.
All right, 7-3 here.
Halftime alarm?
7-3 here. Atlanta's up. Second quarter, 28 seconds left. Matty throws deep to his right, has a man.
Julio.
That's Julio.
And
it looks like we're going to have a flag, and that's pass
interference
at the Giants' 20-yard line. That's a huge penalty.
Huge penalty. 3 refs throwing the flag there. Nothing else he could do. Matty went right at him. Looks like he banged his thumb maybe on a Giants lineman's helmet. We'll see how that has an effect on him going forward there.
Yeah, Julio just running a little streak, just a little niner route there. Had some separation, so Thomas had to come up and interfere with him. And, yeah, just not a good situation for the Giants. It looks like the Falcons are going to be able to add on to their lead here, get the last possession, and go into halftime maybe up by 2 scores.
Biggest complainer with the beer money, $3.99 donation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, biggest complainer.
Appreciate that. That's
There's
excellent.
a beer to you. I think I might have to go get a thirsty little water here soon.
All right, 1st and 10. Matty Ice throws right, has a man. That's Hooper, and off his hand. He was open.
Got one hand up, just couldn't get the other hand up. Really tough pass there into coverage. Let's see why. He only got one hand up. Ball was thrown a little bit behind him right there. But maybe Hooper, I don't know. Stop, slow down a little bit. You have nobody else behind you. Just put the brakes on, pump it a little bit there.
Yeah,
Get the catch.
Hooper was open, and it just kind of outran the pass. Very kind of weird-looking play. So we have a 2nd and 10 here at the Giants' 22-yard line. Atlanta has the ball. 19 seconds to go. They're up 7-3. Matty's empty set in the gun. He's looking, throws left deep to the end zone. Has nobody. Threw it to the pylon, nobody there.
Timing route really off there by Matty and Julio. He really wanted to get him the ball. Had single coverage on Jenkins down there. It just didn't have the timing down. Looks like he got a little bit held up there on the 6-yard line. Feet got tangled up. Again, that's the greatest defense you can have in football this year. Is the cornerback tangling the feet up of the wide receiver. That hasn't been called once.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it this year.
A lot of tripping. And that was Janoris Jenkins actually on the great coverage, did not bite on the double move. So we got ourselves a 3rd and 10 here. 14 seconds to go. Atlanta has the ball at the Giants' 22. Matty's in the gun. He's looking.
Plenty of time.
Throws right. Throws high to Julio, and that's going to be incomplete. 4th and 10, and the kicking unit is going to come out on the field.
Kicking unit coming on the field. 8 seconds to play here in the second half. 7-3 Atlanta.
And that's going to be Giorgio Tavecchio on the attempt, replacing the injured Matt Bryant.
I always had a thing against left-footed kickers. I don't like the looks of it. Unless you're Sebastian Janikowski, then it's okay.
I think your thing with left-footed kickers is because you've been burned so many times by David Akers.
And Morton Anderson.
No, Morton was. You're thinking of Gary.
Gary Anderson.
Gary was right-footed. Morton was left-footed for the Falcons.
Kicker, yeah.
But David Akers for the Eagles for so many years, he was awesome, but he would have that one game where he would miss 3 extra points and 2 field goals, and the Birds wouldn't cover.
If there's one thing that annoys me, it's kickers. If there's 2 things, it's left-footed kickers.
There you go. If there's 3 things, it's kickers that don't cover the spread.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Or coaches that don't bring the kickers on the field.
Wow, last night, I touched on that a little bit during my daily uploads, man. I cannot believe that. Everybody was saying that Andy Rigg had that game rigged.
Andy Rigg.
Andy Rigg. Did I say Andy Rigg?
Andy Rigg.
Andy Reid had that game rigged. All right, field goal attempt here. 40-yard attempt for Atlanta. Snap, hold, kick. It's up. And it is going to be good. So Atlanta will go into halftime with a 10-3 lead. We still have 3 seconds here, so they will have to kick it off. But Atlanta tacks on 3 more points, extends that lead. Still a 1-score game, but going into halftime, Atlanta's going to be up 10-3 here.
10-3, 13 total points in the first half. We're going to get a little squib kick coming up here probably. That'll be it. What's everybody's thoughts on the first half so far? Just 10-3. Leave your comments down in the comments section. We'll be sure to get back to you. But it looks like it's been a quiet first half. Maybe it's about to get a little louder.
And then Isaiah is in the building, and he is going to the refrigerator for a snack. It looks like, what kind of snack you think he's going to get? Let us know in the chat box below. I'm going to say it's not going to be fruit. Let's see. Oh, swig of Chick-fil-A, sweet and iced tea, and he's out of here.
Water.
He's done with YouTube Nation. He's done with you. He's got more important things to do. All right.
I must need the water real quick.
Kickoff here, and like I said earlier, second quarter here, 3 seconds ago. We're going to just do a little pop kick here. It's going to be fielded at the 5. Giants take it up 10, 15, running to his right, tripped up, and that is going to do it for the first half. So with 1 half in the books, Atlanta's up 10-3 going into halftime, and that's going to bring us into our insert sponsor here, halftime show, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage. And I got to tell you something. I know that you check out the free leans and everything on YouTube. The Patreon page has been crushing it, especially with the underdog picks. We're hitting at 70% in my last 20 underdog picks. That's spreads, but a lot of those plus money plays, plus money line plays, and you can't beat that. You can't substitute wins for plus units. Plus units is where it's all about, where it's at.
And you're the money guy, you're the betting guy. I take my advice from you when I'm at the sports book. I subscribe to your page. It's great. A lot of great content there, and that's what you want. Especially 70% from underdogs is unheard of.
Yeah,
and plus money, that's unheard of.
Yeah, I mean, when you're betting dogs, I mean, you're in the black if you're hitting 50%. You're even in the black if you're hitting 45%, sure, depending on what kind of juice you're getting. But to hit 70%, catching plus money, it's just something that I enjoy sharing with people. I love, obviously, broadcasting. I love writing. I love being on camera. But if I can help people get the job done, help them feel confident about their plays, it's just something that I enjoy doing.
That's great for everybody. Everybody's a winner. You're a winner. They're a winner. We're all winners. People asking in the chat box, is Matty Ice overrated, underrated? What are your thoughts on it? Or you think he's right where he is? Is that his spot?
I think Matty, he's right where he is. I think that he is overrated by some and underrated by others. I mean, Matty is a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. That Super Bowl loss, that 28-3 blown lead, I mean, that's not on him. That's an anomaly. Yeah. That is an absolute anomaly. That's not going to happen. That's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. You put him as the quarterback of the Patriots in that system, they're probably going to have similar success, if not better. Who knows? You really don't know. I think he's underrated by some, overrated by others. But
either way,
he's a great quarterback.
Either way you look at it right now, he's a franchise NFL quarterback right now already. He's a borderline Hall of Fame quarterback just by numbers alone and what he puts up. Maybe he needs that Super Bowl to put him in the Hall of Fame. Kind of like, I don't want to do it to him, but I'm kind of going to compare him to like a Donovan McNabb type quarterback there with the stats, the playoff games, but still hasn't been able to win the big one yet. Had the chance again. It's not on him probably, but still the team didn't get it done, and that ultimately it's on the quarterback's shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, that was the one thing about Donovan McNabb with the Eagles back in the the mid-2000s is that, I always said Donovan McNabb gave you your best opportunity to win. And he did. He gave the Eagles, during that period of time, their best opportunity to win. Him and Andy Reid were phenomenal together, but it just came down to that thing where, was it Donovan or was it Andy in the playoffs? Because Andy has proven with superior talent in Kansas City that he can't get the job done in the playoffs.
Hasn't been able to get the job done. A lot of people say he gets out-coached in the playoffs.
I don't think Andy gets out-coached. I think he out-coaches himself.
Overthinks himself.
He overthinks it, man.
Gotcha.
He's too smart for his own good, so he's going to draw up a scheme that is different from what he thinks the defense is going to throw out. He out-coaches himself.
Sure.
And it's got to be frustrating on his part because in his mind, it's supposed to work, and it doesn't every time.
Yeah, like you said, he's overthinking it. He thinks the defense is going to do something different that they haven't done on film. Well, why would they do that now? That's not what they got them there. But that's why he changes his system up. I just don't understand when he does it. But we'll see this year. New quarterback, whole different story.
And Bleds just came in the chat. He said, Celtics just lost.
Ooh.
Shaking my head. Wow, that's a big one there. And if we could take a look,
that's a huge loss.
Is that
Doug
confirmed?
Collins.
Wow, that's a bad.
They
were on the road, though, I believe.
Loading.
Meanwhile, while you're doing that, I'm gonna take a look here at some opening lines and scores for next week's NFL action.
That's always a good play. That's what people love to see. They want that early action. The lines are going to change as the week goes forward and stuff. But, yeah, it looks like the Celtics down 3 with 7.8 to go. Maybe I'm just not up to date yet, but looks like they're on the way to a loss there. 139 left in the Hornets-Raptors game. Raptors cruising to a victory, up 123-102. Bucks leading the Knicks 86-80 in the third. T-Wolves leading the Pacers 65-60 in the third. A lot of good basketball tonight.
This is the weirdest thing. So every Monday night, the ESPN broadcast, they do like a different musical performance during
Sure.
halftime. And right now we're watching Little Yachty, who's a rapper. He's very popular amongst the real young kids out there. He's mumbling and
They call that mumble rap.
The NFL fans want to see this. I don't know.
I'm not sure. Maybe the people of Atlanta want to see it.
I'm entertained.
People of
for
New York,
sure.
not everyone could be entertained by that, but you're not going to please all your audience, as you know.
Well,
Halftime show for the people watching on TV. It's beautiful. Everybody performing. A lot of art there. Art's good. Looks like you're in a broken down factory dancing. A little bit of singing there. A little bit of finger waggling. Good stuff all around, I think, by Little Yachty. Very catchy tune.
And unfortunately for Little Yachty, I can't turn this up so my viewers can hear it, but we do have some opening lines for NFL Week 8. We're going to start off Thursday night game.
You want me to guess them?
Yeah, let's do it.
I haven't seen
let's
them
do
yet.
it. So Thursday night game, 8:20 start. Miami's at Houston. What do you got?
I got Houston minus 5.5.
And what do you got on the total?
The total, Houston, Miami, 49.
Not real close on the total. Houston's laying 7.5, total 44.5.
Oh, it's going to be more.
That's all right. You're normally good at this.
I am.
All right, Sunday, the London game. Philadelphia taking on Jacksonville across the pond. What do you got?
Let's go Philly minus 3 and total points of 45.
All right, you were spot on with the spread. The Eagles are laying 3. Total 41.5.
Wow, 41.5. Come on. Wow.
Where are you leaning on that?
Well, the line's telling me to take the under. But that has to go over, but the line tells me I take the under.
You're sounding like those guys on Sirius. Well, I'll take the over, but I'll take the under. Actually, I'll pass.
Well, that's why I leave it up to you on Brock Page.
That's so frustrating listening to them. It's like they'll break down an entire game for 15 minutes. Like, well, if it's a warm day, I'll take them laying the points. But if it's a cold day, I'll take them plus the points. And oh, you know what? As a matter of fact, this isn't a strong game for me. I'll pass. It's so frustrating. Just make a pick, dude. If you had the mindset of taking a free pass, then obviously you have no money in the game anyway.
Yeah.
So just make a pick. It's not hurting anything.
Or tell the people what you're thinking. Exactly what you're thinking. That's what you're not doing.
Don't take a pass. Don't take a pass on a free pick.
No.
It's ridiculous.
It's a free pick. Shout out to Mario Gizzle. Give me a shout out. There you are.
Mario Giz, what's up, man?
What up, Gizbull?
All right. So we're going to get into our 1 o'clock slate of games. That's for NFL Week 8, and this is called Guess That Line. Baltimore at Carolina.
Ooh. Baltimore at Carolina. I'm going to go Baltimore minus 1 with a total of, a couple of great defenses, 43.5.
Wow, pretty good, man. So Baltimore's laying 1.5. Totals 43 flat.
Wow, look at me. That's
Very
good stuff.
Very nice.
Might call me Lamar Vegas.
Bookie Bo. All right. Next game, Cleveland at Pittsburgh.
Cleveland at Pittsburgh. That's going to be... I'm going to have to take Pittsburgh minus... I don't want to do it to them. 6.5. And the total of 50 points.
Wow, pretty good, man. So Pittsburgh's laying 8.
Okay.
Total's 51.
51.
I thought that total was going to burn you, man.
Okay, nah.
That was a really good guess on the total. Holy cow. I would have said 47 at the most. That's impressive. All right, next game. Denver at Kansas City.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Kansas City minus 10.5 with a total of... Well, is Denver gonna score? That's the thing. 52.
Not bad. So Kansas City's laying 10. Total 55.
Not bad. We're getting there.
Not bad. You're
getting
getting there, man. All right, next game. New York Jets at Chicago.
Jets at Chicago. Oh. I'm gonna say this one's actually gonna be Chicago. Give me Chicago minus 7 and a total of Jets defense isn't horrible. Bears defense is good. 44.5 points.
Not bad. So you got the spread spot on. Chicago's laying 7. Total 46 even.
Oh, okay. Seems like a lot of points for those two teams there, but
It does, but Chicago gave up 28 to Miami.
It's true.
And gave up 38 to New
Khalil
England.
Mack is not exactly healthy right now either. He's limping a little bit last game.
Yeah, that Chicago defense, a little bit porous here in the past couple of weeks. All right, next game, Seattle at Detroit.
Seattle at Detroit. I mean,
this is a hard one.
I'm going to go Detroit minus 4 points with a total of 48.
Not your best work.
Not my best.
Detroit's minus 3, total 49.5.
Well, so you were pretty close. What do you mean not my best work?
Well,
I was almost spot on.
You missed the spread by a full point.
A full point.
The total you missed by 2.5. Well, you've been pretty sharp today.
That's pretty close.
All right, you were good. You were in the fair.
Wow.
All right,
man.
Next game,
Tough crowd.
Tampa Bay at Cincinnati.
Who cares? Next.
You're gonna go Sirius XM and take a free pass, huh? I like this team, but
I don't like any team. They all stink. Tampa at Cincinnati.
Tampa at Cincinnati.
Cincinnati's gonna unfortunately be favored by 2 points, and the total is going to be 51.
All right, Cincinnati's laying 4.5.
That's too much.
Total's 54.
BS. I was close. Not as close as the other game, which I got a weird reaction to, but move on.
Washington at the New York Giants.
Washington at the Giants. Washington. Actually, is there already a line on this?
That's great that you said that. So this game currently is off the board.
Okay, I was
obviously because the Giants are playing. But I had seen at some books that they do have a line for this game, and it was Washington minus 1. They have Washington minus 1 at the New York Giants.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on that? Washington wins by 50?
My thoughts are that shows me that people do not believe in the Washington Redskins yet.
They don't, and I think they should.
They should. It's early. Oh, the Giants kicking team finally getting back on the field. We're getting close to the start of the game time.
Yeah, so we got a couple more lines as they're lining up here for the kickoff.
Welcome back, people.
Afternoon slate, Indianapolis at Oakland.
Indianapolis at Oakland. Indianapolis looking a little bit better. I'm going to go Indy minus 4 with a total of 49 points.
Pretty good. Indy minus 3, total of 50.
Wow. All right.
All right, they are lined up for the kickoff. New York will be receiving that kickoff. Bosher going to kick off. And we finally have a kickoff. The ball's in the air. Through the back of the end zone. All right. It is going to be 1st and 10 for the Giants. They're going to go to work at their own 25.
Yeah, Lisa Salter's on TV. Great reporter, Lisa. Lisa's getting the job done for many years now. Really doing a good job. Good to see her thriving on Monday Night Football here.
It is.
One of the few bright spots of the Monday Night Football broadcast, Lisa Salters.
Respectable reporter for sure. All right, 1st and 10. Eli's under center. Bunch receivers to his left. Saquon directly behind him in the ace formation. Pitch to the left to Saquon. He has some room. 30 up to the 35. First down.
I almost said Saquon Barkley finally tackled by one person. Just tripped up, though. Never came down. Ran out of bounds. Forced out.
All right. That's going to bring up a 1st and 10 here for the Giants. And somebody had made a comment in the chat box earlier that said the Giants always run on 1st down. Well, there you go. Another run on 1st down. But that time it was certainly effective.
From the Giants, I run on 1st down, I run on 2nd down, I run on 3rd down. Because that's what's best for business in the New York Giants system.
I guess so. All right, 1st and 10. Eli's back, looking, and he throws the ball into Nate Solder's backside.
That is totally on Saquon Barkley with a terrible block right there. Horrible block. It didn't do anything. He might as well have been Saquon the Ghost right there.
Was that a little Olay?
Went right through him. Watch this again.
Oh, that was not an Olay. That was just
ran through him.
Was that Rodney Poole? Oh my goodness. Squares up and just runs right through Saquon, who was protecting Eli or attempting to do so.
Ugh.
Great defensive play there. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 as Eli threw the ball in the back of Nate Solder.
Surprised that wasn't a penalty.
Yeah, it could have been intentional grounding. So Eli's in the gun. He hands it off to Saquon up the gut. That's going to be a 2-yard gain, bringing up another 3rd and long.
Another thing you want to see, I mean, Saquon Barkley, like we said, a great rookie running back, a ton of yards from scrimmage, but the hardest thing for a running back, they say, to do is to learn how to pick up block and protection plays in your first year in the NFL.
Yeah, that was one of, believe it or not, Zeke Elliott's big strengths going into the combine a couple of years back was his ability to block, and you don't even see him doing it much now.
Not much. They don't want him taking those hits unnecessarily.
All right, 3rd and 8. Eli's in the gun, takes the snap, looking.
Bring
Cross
4.
the middle, has a man. That is complete to Shepard. 40, 35, 30, 25. Makes a move, 20, 15. Down to the 9-yard line. Huge play, but we do have some laundry on the field that might be coming back.
Eli's moving up the field. We haven't been sure of the call yet, but Giants are looking confident that this could be on Atlanta.
Let's see what the call is here. We got 13:34 here in the 3rd. Atlanta's up 10-3. New York appears to be striking here. And it's holding on the defense. That play is going to stand. And the Giants are in the patreon.com/Brock Page red zone.
The red zone. That's a bad joke. I won't even say it. I'll save everybody on there from the tears of laughter or joy, what I was going to say, but
well, we're all curious now. Now we want to know.
I was going to call it the Cottonelle red zone, but people might not understand what that means.
Shit?
Yeah, period.
Well, yeah. Wow, that's disgusting.
I told you I shouldn't have said it.
1st and 10.
Look at the
10-yard
viewership
line.
going up, though.
Run to the left. Short gain there for Saquon Barkley. It's going to bring up a 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line.
Oh, boy. We got Peyton Manning in the house sipping out of a styrofoam cup. I hope Peyton Manning's not drinking purple drink on the sideline there.
What do you think he's drinking? A little lean?
I hope that's not lean. Oh, judging by his face, that could be lean. Peyton looking lean right now, not playing. With the Giants hat in hand. Looking good. Nice Rolex on there. Looking thin, looking healthy, looking fit. Looking like he could still go out there and play if it wasn't for the string hanging from his right shoulder there.
Well, normally they sip the lean out of a double cup.
Well,
all right, Eli, play action. Eli's going to run it. Oh, my God, 5, 3, 2. Oh, my goodness. Eli dives for the pylon, and he's going to be out at the 1.5-yard line.
Looked like circa 2006 Eli Manning diving for a pylon.
Wow, Eli on the bootleg.
Really wants it. Dives.
Can I honestly,
pylon cam. Beautiful.
Can I honestly say he looked kind of speedy there?
Look at Peyton's reaction right there. On his tippy toes, yelling. Family holding their breath as Eli runs. Peyton with a little chuckle watching his brother scramble there.
Eli runs for about 7 yards there. Out of bounds, reached for the pylon. That's going to bring up a 3rd and goal from about the 1.5-yard line. And that certainly wasn't a play they dialed up.
That's not what they're dialing up. You're right.
All right, 12:15 here in the 3rd quarter. Atlanta's up 10-3. Eli's under center. Saquon's in motion. Hands it to Saquon. He's running. He has some room. And he is stuffed, and he is going to be dropped for a minimal gain. Great defense by the Falcons. And the Giants have a decision to make here. Are they going to kick a field goal? Are they going to go for it?
1-5 team. I think they go for it right here.
Absolutely.
I think you got to go for it. It's a good job getting Saquon the ball there. All you fantasy owners having a little bit of interest there, but nothing doing. They can't push it across the goal line. Again, gang tackling. It takes 5 Falcons to bring Saquon Barkley down for a little bit of a loss.
Saquon was stretched out to the right. He was in the slot and then went into long motion. And as soon as when he crossed Eli, they snapped the ball. He handed it off to Barkley, who was in motion. It looked like he had plenty of room, but that Atlanta, just in great pursuit, stopped him for a very minimal gain. What do you think is going to happen here? Do you think the Giants go for it?
Do you want to take the points if you're the Giants? I mean, Obviously, your offense hasn't been moving. How many opportunities are you going to have to get the ball inside the 5-yard line? Even if you don't score, you have the Falcons at the 1-yard line with your defense out there who hasn't been playing poorly tonight. So if we're up to me, I'm going for it on 4th down here, but I'm a gambler. That's why I'm talking to you.
And you never know how many times you'll get into the patreon.com/Brock Page red zone, you know.
Yeah.
What a plug.
What's the name of the red zone?
Oh, it's the patreon.com/Brock Page red zone.
I call it the Brock Page. It's patreon.com/Brock Page.
And this is exactly why I put a link in the description section below. It's a link. All you got to do is click it. It's patreon.com/Brock Page. There's plenty of free content there.
Where do you find the link? Right
in the description section below. It's down there.
Our commercials are better than theirs.
Yeah, it'd be great if we had a real sponsor, you know? Like
anybody out there sponsor anything? Anybody want?
Like today's broadcast has been brought to you by water. It's wet and cold, and that is about it.
Also, oval chocolate candies.
They're rounded. They come in different colors. They're
shell on the outside, chocolate in, so it melts in your mouth
and not in your hand.
That could have already been.
That's a great.
Looks good in there.
Yeah,
looks good in there. That's good plug right there. Bad play call, Joe Simons. I couldn't agree with you more. What you really want to do there, you want to get the ball in the hands of your best player, and Saquon Barkley is the best player of the Giants. That's why you drafted him up top. You want to get him the ball there. So it's more, I think, on the line there than it is on Saquon not getting that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I mean, to have a line that's struggling as the Giants are, it doesn't help that whenever Eli gets anywhere near a defender, he falls over.
And we're back, and they are going for it.
All right, 11:50 here in the 4th. Eli, play action, rolling, has a man tipped up, and it is incomplete.
Wow.
Atlanta holds. Turnover on downs. Atlanta will go to work at their own 1-yard line. What was that play call?
Eli, it was a quick play action. Eli has to get that ball out quicker. He had Odell in the flat, almost like a running back out there. If you watch this, Odell fakes to the inside. Get rid of it now, and you have a touchdown. Did not get rid of it fast enough.
So we had Saquon in the backfield. It was a little play action, but it was a slower, a counter play action. Saquon jab step to his right, fake the handoff left, and then Eli rolled to his right. So it was a well-designed play in the backfield, but Eli, just poor execution.
Coach yelling on the sideline, throw the ball. Get rid of it.
Unreal.
Look again, they have the Falcons down the ball at the 1-yard line.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Falcons. They're at their own 1. Ryan under center. Hands it off up the middle. That's going to be a minimal gain there. Gain of 1. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 9 here. 11:24 here in the 3rd. Atlanta's up 10-3 deep in their own end zone.
Oh, I'm trying to think. It's not really ramen noodles what Odell Beckham's hair looks like. It's more of a, I'd say panini look. Uncooked panini on top of his head tonight. Getting a little longer. Penne, the pasta.
Yeah, panini's the bread.
Oh, what? I'm not Italian. I don't know. Pasta stuff.
Hey. All right. 2nd and 9. Atlanta has the ball at their own 2. Matty Ice in the gun, looking, throws down the middle, has a man, and that looks like it's Julio Jones. Let's see who it is. Yep, that's Julio, his favorite target. That's going to be a 10-yard gain, and an Atlanta Falcons 1st down.
Great route again by Julio right there. Eli Apple, who came up a little bit limp last play on defense, doesn't really look like he's at full speed right now. Great job of holding on to that ball. I don't know if he did, but Falcons must be confident they're not rushing to the line here, letting it play out, letting the Giants get a second look at that pass. Julio has 9 targets tonight, 6 receptions for 67 yards. I'm looking for the big one still to him. I think it's coming at some point, hopefully within the next drive or 2.
1st and 10, 10-20 here in the 1st. Atlanta has the ball at their own 12, 1st and 10, and Matty Ice just throws it away there. That's
smart play to throw it away, just get it out of there. Great pressure by the Giants D, something you don't often hear right there, but actually got pressure on the quarterback for a change, which is really nice. They did that in the 1st quarter, haven't been doing it much. Looking to get back to that, really forcing his hand, get rid of the ball, quick decisions, get it out.
That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 here for Atlanta. They're at their own 12-yard line. Matty's in the gun. He has 3 receivers to his left.
Sanu in motion.
Running back to his right. Blitz coming. Looks, throws, and that's going to be incomplete. And it looked like that ball might have been tipped or maybe his arm was hit, but that play had no chance.
Again, great pressure. No time for Matt Ryan to get rid of that ball. Giants bringing the pressure from the linebackers up the middle, right through the gap there. Couldn't get rid of it fast enough. Bad route. Incomplete. Almost could have been another intentional grounding called there.
Yeah, I think his hand might have got hit there. That ball came out very wobbly and unnatural, very...
Squealing quail, is that what you called it earlier?
A wounded quail,
Wounded
for sure.
quail.
All right, 10:02 here in the third. Atlanta's up 10-3. They're deep in their own territory. They have the ball at their own 12. Third and double sticks here. Matty's in the gun. Blitz coming. Evades a blitz, and he is going to be cleaned up there. That's going to be a loss of 8 yards. Big-time sack.
Flag on the play.
Oh, my goodness.
Don't tell me they're going to call this on the defense. Atlanta's offensive line should be embarrassed right now. Absolutely 0 time to protect.
Oh, my goodness. I'm not looking forward to what this call may be. There's a flag on the play.
Defense staying on the field.
We don't know what the call is.
Wow.
What is the call?
Looked like a holding call on Apple, which is absolutely ridiculous. Had no effect on the play. I mean, yes, it's a holding, but the play was over by the time the hold happened. I just don't get it.
So that's something that's not going to show up in the stat column, and that's Julio Jones' ability to draw penalties, to gain yards through infractions. Really just a huge play. That's going to bring up a first down at the Atlanta 18, run to the right, and that's going to be a loss of 1. It looks like we had a late hit there. No flag on the play.
No flag. Ortiz really getting in there, the fullback. And then we're back to the Booger McFarland in the back of his neck. Looks like the hot dog got a little smaller. Must have been sweating out a little bit throughout the game.
Maybe it was a Nathan's.
The long, skinny dog.
The Coney Island dog.
I'm not a big fan of the Coney Island dog. I like a robust, fat hot dog.
I've never, I don't think I've ever had a hot dog that I didn't like.
Really?
Oh, my God. Hot dogs are the best.
Yeah, sure.
You can't beat them.
Good red pieces of meat.
Pig assholes, you can't beat it. All right, 2nd and 10 here. 9:06 here in the third. Atlanta's up 10-3. Ryan in the gun, hands it off. Coleman runs to his left. Minimal gain, 1 yard. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 from the Atlanta 19-yard line.
John Doe says they've been cheating his boys like that all season. He's sick. That was John, it was a horrible call. Again, he held him, had no effect on the play at all. The play was over by the time that happened, so I don't blame you for being a little upset at the Zebras there.
Yeah, it seems like the Giants, a lot of drama in their games. They're normally on the ass end of some bad calls. Always drama in these New York games. All right, 3rd and 8. Money down. Ryan has a man. He's open.
Play.
And he's at the 30, 35, 40, up to the 41-yard line. He hits Smith out of the backfield, and that's going to be a Patreon.com/Brock Page first down.
Wow, you got the first down sponsor, too.
I gave myself the first down sponsorship.
Great job by Atlanta there, letting the defense almost a little screen/bubble route there across the middle. Giants over pursuing. You can't run the blitz every play, even though they have been getting there. But another Patreon.com/Brock Page first down, apparently.
All right.
So that's good, unless one of you guys sponsor, because I'm sick and tired of saying that myself.
1st and 10. Atlanta has the ball at their own 40. Matty throws right, has a man. That is
Calvin Ridley?
That is Ridley again. That's going to be a Hardy.
Oh, Hardy.
I'm sorry. Hardy on the play. 14-yard gain and another Patreon.com/Brock Page first down. And the Falcons are now in Giants territory.
And the Atlanta offense starting to move like a finely tuned, well-oiled machine after that penalty, which really could have turned this game around for Atlanta, starting to get them in a positive direction.
I thought you were going to go with fiddle, fine-tuned fiddle.
Fiddle.
Yeah,
no, like fiddle. I'd rather go flute, not the fiddle.
All right, empty set here, 1st and 10. Atlanta has the ball at the New York 45-yard line. Play clock running down.
Ooh.
Matty gets the snap, looking, throws left, has a man. That is going to be the fullback Ortiz in the flat. 8-yard catch there. Ortiz.
I believe that's the 7th target from 7th different receiver targeted so far this game from Atlanta.
Showing the big guy some love. That's probably the first time he's touched a football in probably 8 years.
I tell you what, it was a great job by the line there. They're bringing 5 guys, minimal guys blocking, picked it up, easy throw by Matty.
Ortiz rocking that butterfly restrictor on the back of his pads. I had one of those my junior year. All right, second down, run up the middle. That's going to be another conversion. First down, and that's Tevin Coleman running hard to the left side. Another first down for Atlanta, and they are driving deeper into Giants territory. 6:13 here in the third. Atlanta's up 10-3.
John Doe, again, every game he watches, BS, 3rd and long robbery. Shaking his head. You guys are doing a great job. Keep up the good work. John, yeah, it's just like the Giants just can't catch a break all season. And then when they do something positive, you know, the refs take it back from them, which is really hard to see.
First and 10. Atlanta has a ball. They're at the Giants 32. Matty Ice is under center. Looking. Throws long. Has him in. That's Julio. He makes the catch, and he's going to be down. It looks like he's got stripped. He's on the ground. They're going to dial it down.
He's made a football play. He should be down there.
He is down, and that's going to be a first down at the Giants' 12-yard line. Nice play by Julio. Great pitch and catch.
It's nice to finally kind of know what a catch is this year. He took 4 steps, I'd say, after he caught the ball. Is he down, though?
They might want to review that. We're taking a look at the replay, and it doesn't look like he had possession of that. They're going to want to run up to the line and snap this ball.
It kind of looked like he never actually lost the ball out of his hand, but he was kind of bobbling it a little bit. So I don't think you can call a fumble. I think you can call an incomplete pass, but I don't think you can call a fumble on this because he actually never lost the ball till he went down to the ground.
So we do have a challenge here. New York's going to challenge that, and I think that's going to get overturned. I'm not sure if he had complete possession of that reception. So while we go to break here, let's go ahead and play Guess the Line because I think you're pretty sharp in these line guesses.
I love Guess the Line. I'm not looking, by the way.
And we are into the later slate of games. Green Bay at the LA Rams.
Green Bay at the LA Rams. Wow. Green Bay at LA.
Green Bay's at Los Angeles.
I'm going to say the Rams minus. Ooh, it's hard to say this. Rams minus 7, total of 53 points.
LA Rams minus 9, total of 56.5.
Wow. Aaron Rodgers and 9 points. I don't care where you're playing. I don't care if you're playing with 130,000 people at a home stadium. Aaron Rodgers and 9 points is a ton. That's a ton.
Next game. San Fran at Arizona.
San Fran at Arizona. Arizona stinks. San Fran minus 1. 46.
So it looked like they took this game off the board. It's off the board.
I was gonna say
It's off the board in some markets. It looks like Intertops has Arizona minus 1.
Ooh.
BetOnline.ag has a total of 43 points.
Wow, yeah, that's just one of those games. That's a bad football game, however you look at it.
I mean,
that's a bad football game.
It's certainly not going to draw interest.
No, not a lot of interest at all.
All right, the Sunday night game. We'll be broadcasting it. We'll be right here on this couch. We'll be live, yes.
We'll do it live?
Yeah, the patreon.com/Brock page.
Couch.
Sunday couch. Brock page. Sunday night live viewing party. That's going to be here. We're going to be broadcasting it, and we got lucky with this one. New Orleans at Minnesota.
New Orleans at Minnesota. Well, we already talked about this. I did check that one. That's an even right now where I saw it. As far as the over-under, I'm going to say it's got to be a 56-point game, right?
Minnesota's taking money. They're now laying a point.
Wow.
Total 53 even.
53 even. Back from the challenge here.
Wow. So the ruling was that did catch the ball, he did possess the ball, unto which he made a football move and then fumbled. And after he fumbled, it was recovered by the Giants. So it's going to be Giants ball, even though the ball hit the ground. What kind of call is that?
I
Completely botched call.
It's a botched call. There's a clear recovery, kind of, there by Eli Apple. But still, I think if that's the old rule from the catch last year, they call that incomplete. But they really tried to emphasize in making catches a little bit easier this year. Players looking very confused on the sideline as to what's a catch and what's not still. So obviously that rule isn't figured out in the NFL yet.
And believe it or not, that was only Atlanta's 4th turnover on the year. That's the fewest in the league. So the Giants are going to go to work. They're at their own 20. Eli's under center. Play action. Looking. Has time. Throws deep to his left. Has Odell caught. 40. 35 down to the 30-yard line. There's a flag on the play, but huge play, huge gain of 60 yards, it looks like.
John Doe, we got a flag down again. But it looks like it could be holding on 23 on the defense. Moving up to the line quickly now are the Giants. I think this is going to be declined.
5:29 here in the third. Atlanta's up 10-3. Big play by the Giants. They are in Atlanta territory. And it was a holding on the defense. That penalty will not be accepted. And the Giants will go to work deep in Atlanta territory here.
Giants starting to move the ball a little bit well. Starting to look like that they're actually starting to figure things out a little bit up front. Eli getting time. So, you know, he still has it when he has time. Not all the time, but there it is again. A quick pass to Odell Beckham.
Yeah, you said it. Quick pass to Odell. That's going to be a nice 7-yard gain here on first down. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 3. And Michael Dalton said, need to work on your IT magic. Lamar looks kind of...
I'm back. I just did it. Look.
You did it?
Look, I'm clear as can be now.
Oh, beautiful. Nice work.
Michael, how am I looking? Blurry-wise.
All right. So we got a second. That's up to him. We got a 2nd and 3, 4:51 here in the third. Giants have the ball handed off to Barkley. Barkley is going to get the 3 yards and convert. That's going to be a first down for the Giants. They're down 10-3, but they're deep inside of Giants territory, and that's going to put them inside the Patreon/Brock Page red zone.
Wow, Patreon sure getting great sponsorship tonight. Good job out of them. Really putting their money where their mouth is and getting a sponsor out here. So,
well,
wow.
They're all about the content creator over there.
Well, yeah, they love good content there.
Absolutely.
They do good work there. Check their page out sometime. And even go /Brock Page if you want to see more.
Yeah, if you want to get more specific. All right, 1st and 10. Eli's in the gun. 3 receivers to his left. He's working at the Atlanta 18-yard line. Throws quick to the left. And it looks like Ingram ran the incorrect route. Eli screaming and hollering at him, and Ingram's just taking it. It was all on Ingram.
Ingram kind of looked like he noticed he did something wrong there. He kind of ran the route after the incompletion. Kind of pointed to himself saying, my bad. Looked like a good ball by Eli. Just didn't continue there. Started to go up the field a little bit instead of out towards the sideline.
And if you take a look, so Saquon did a little wheel route to the right. Odell funneled the defender into the center of the field. Saquon Barkley was wide open in the end zone there. He just missed him.
Missed him on the right side there.
2nd and 10. Eli in the gun from the 18. Looking. Throws short. Ooh. That is going to be incomplete. Intended for Shepard. Hit him right in the numbers. Shepard just dropped it. He missed it.
Would have been a minimal gain, but still, you got to make that play for 3 yards. Any yards are big in the red zone. Get closer to the first down sticks.
All right, 3rd and 10 here. New York has the ball. They're at the Atlanta 18-yard line. It's the 3rd quarter, 4 minutes left. And they are inside the patreon.com/Brock Page red zone. All right, Eli's in the gun. 3 receivers to his right. Barkley to his left. Beckham in the slot. He's the number 3 receiver here. Snap, looking. Throws right. Incomplete. Looking for Shepard. Incomplete.
Now, kind of the game within the game there. Saquon really using his leverage to get lower on that block. Got lower. Great block, giving Eli plenty of time in the pocket. Just looked like a little bit of miscommunication again from Shepard and Manning. Giants fans looking like Very sad. Heads down in the stands. The few that actually there are a good number of Giants fans in Atlanta tonight. I saw a lot of G-men jerseys down there.
Well, they get into the red zone and then they get stifled. So they had an opportunity earlier in the game. They went for it, missed out on a field goal and a touchdown because they were stopped. Now the field goal attempt, snap, hold, kick, it's up and it's good. 36-yard attempt, and that's going to cut that lead in half. So right now, third quarter, 3:51 left, 10-6 Atlanta, and I am going to get another beverage.
Enjoy the beer.
I will.
Let's see what we got going in the chat box right now. Prediction Reel, Win Giants, NY, Deja Vu, Gigantes, New York win on Monday, Phoenix Crazy.
Were you reading in an accent?
Yeah, I think they were typing in an accent, so I read in an accent. Mario still like an ATL as wieners. I think he meant to say winners, but that's okay, Mario. I'll give you a free pass there. Nothing wrong with the little grammar misspellings in the chat box. I do it all the time. Not on purpose either. I'm just a bad typer. And an even worse speller. What else we got? Falcons 11-5 going to the Super Bowl. That's a bold prediction right there.
What,
they're going to lose one more game, go 9-2 down the stretch. I mean, they have the offense to do it. Do they have the defense to do it? Can they create the pressure up front? We don't know yet. They need more pressure from the defense. Don't forget, this is a copycat league like we talked about before. Eagles last year, on their way to winning the Super Bowl, made a couple of trades and things like that, signed free agents in the offseason. So a lot more NFL teams are signing free agents, as you saw this year. Now, that being the case, will more teams make trades where we haven't seen that in the past? Maybe some teams will make trades. Trade deadline coming up soon. We don't know yet, but have to say the Tebow shirt is a disappointment. Wow. We're going to have to get on him when he comes back there.
Tebow shirt.
Michael Dalton says the Tebow shirt is a disappointment. Wow. Fortnite play is Rams undefeated all the way for the Super Bowl. I don't think the Rams will go undefeated. I think they will have a slip up along the way. Not because they're not the best team in the NFC. I think they're the clear-cut favorites right now, but I think their coach is smart enough that if they're winning the division or the league, they're going to pull back. They're not going to worry about the undefeated season. They're going to be worried about being healthy going into the playoffs.
So I think Michael Andy Dalton forgot, well, he wasn't in the chat when the explanation of the shirt happened. So the shirt, it is a Tebow shirt. It says Tebow time on the back. I purchased this shirt from a man who had cancer. He was selling shirts and raising money. And it just so happened to turn out a year later that he never had cancer. It was just a complete farce. And he was just raising money.
Fake the cancer to raise money.
You know what he did with the money?
Pocketed it.
He went to Vegas.
Well, at least he did something.
He went on a Vegas trip. Yeah.
I hope he went to patreon.com/BrockPage.
That didn't exist back then.
Oh, darn it.
Yeah, I was still a young pup. I was still, still a degenerate.
You were learning. You were putting
my heart was in the right place.
You got to pay for your education. Yeah, that's what they say.
Exactly. So the Falcons are going to go to work at their own 25. We just had the kickoff, obviously, through the end zone. Matty Ice rolling right, looking, throws, has a man. That is going to be the tight end. And that's a gain of 9 yards and first down. Nice little chunk of yardage on first down. That'll bring up a 2nd and 1 here as Atlanta's up 10-6 here in the third quarter. 3:34 left.
This game is far from over. Giants showing a lot of fight, something they haven't shown in the past. But maybe that early line with Washington, we're predicting the future. We knew the Giants were going to come out and play well, and that's why the line's -1 right now.
Well, the over in this one is not looking very good. I'll tell you that.
Not at all.
All right, 2nd and 2. Handoff to Coleman. Looks like he is at the first down line.
He's right at the 35.
Yeah, that's going to be a close one there. Looks like we might have a measurement. Let's see where they spot it. 10-6 Atlanta. They're up. Third quarter, 2:54 left. And they did get the first down, so it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Atlanta. They're working at their own 35-yard line.
35-yard line, like you said. 1 running back, 3 wide receivers here. Matty Ice going under center, which he hasn't done. A lot of shotgun formation, but under center here from the 35.
2 receivers to his right. We had a little bit of movement on the line, and that looks like it's going to be a false start on the Falcons. Yeah, it is. They're going to back him up 5 yards. That's going to be a 1st and 15 from the Falcons' 30-yard line. Atlanta's up 10-6 here in the third, 2:29 left. Not a real exciting game, but a competitive game for sure.
Competitive, close game, and the thing we talked about that we didn't have last night, you have star power on both ends, both teams. You have Odell, Saquon, even Eli's a name. You got Julio Jones, Matt Ryan on the other side, whereas last night the Bengals aren't really bringing too much to the table. The Chiefs obviously have a ton of star power, but star power is great.
All right, Ryan in the gun, looking right, has a man, and that is Tevin Coleman, and that's going to put him way down in the Giants' territory. Nice little wheel route, pitch and catch, and he's going to be at the Giants' 40-yard line. Nice play.
Beautiful wheel route. Atlanta's offensive line there actually giving Matty a time. One guy kind of leaked through at the end. Connor Baldwin trying to get in there. Couldn't quite get in there. The former Tennessee Titan, Connor Baldwin.
All right, 1st and 10. 38-yard line, Matty throws right, has a man. That's Mohamed Sanu, 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5 at the New York Giants' 33-yard line.
I want to know if the Falcons stole the Giants' offensive playbooks. A lot of dinks and dunks on this drive. Nothing over 7, 8 yards right now. Just getting the ball out quick, getting it to your playmakers. I think Atlanta likes to take shots at the end zone. Again, we know they're not great in the red zone, so why not take a shot before you get in the red zone and try to score here, especially on 1st down.
Well, it looks like these plays are designed. These dinks and dunks are designed, whereas the Giants, it's the 3rd and 4th check down option.
Yeah.
2nd and 5, handoff up the middle. That's going to go nowhere. Loss of 1 for Smith. That's going to set up a 3rd and 6 at the Giants' 30-yard line. We got 46 seconds here in the third. Atlanta's up 10-6, and they have a big 3rd down here, the money down.
Again, would have really liked to see Atlanta take a shot over top there. Under center, perfect time for play action. Still a little bit 3rd and long, I'd say, not 3rd and short. 3rd and we'll call it 6 here from the 34.
Matty's in the gun. Now take a look at Julio. He's in motion. He's on the right side. Now he comes across the field. Julio on the left. Bunch receivers on the left. Matty's looking. Throws short. Mohamed Sanu. That's going to be a 1-yard gain. That is not going to get the job done. And we're going to have a long field goal attempt by the lefty. That's going to actually be it for the third quarter.
Like it's going to end the third quarter. Atlanta's got to kick the ball here and take the points, but far from over. 4-point game heading into the 4th quarter with Atlanta with a chance to kick it and make it still only a 1-touchdown, 1-possession game, even if they make the kick here.
Yeah, you never know with these Atlanta games what's going to happen with the total. I mean, you look at the stats and the trends, which is what I do a lot. I do that heavily. I guess on this pick, one of the things I didn't factor in was the Giants, just their inability to move the football. They're just not looking good on the offensive side. But we have seen glimmers and glimpses of production.
Yeah, a lot of good production. It's not consistent. That's the thing with the Giants. They want consistency. They're not getting it. They're getting some good plays here and there, but just no consistency. Will y'all cover the LSU-Alabama game, please? Ooh.
What
night in Death Valley, but that's
Saturday night.
It's going to be tough to get to, I think.
Saturday, is that this Saturday night?
This Saturday coming up.
I got a function.
He's got a function. Maybe we could go live at somewhere at some point late in the game, but I'm not sure if
that could happen. I might be in costume, but I definitely have a function that night. But
function in costume? What do
you have the same function too next Saturday night?
What's that?
It's a party of some sort.
There's a party going on?
I sent it on the text chain.
Formal text chain in.
It was on the text chain. Parade and the party.
Yeah, there's going to be a parade.
Down, what is that, State Street?
Yeah, they're going to have the float, the patreon.com/Brock page.
The patreon.com/Brock page Halloween parade in the town that we're currently in, which is undisclosed. And the only reason why...
Well, they can still look it up by Googling State Street. You mentioned State Street.
That's all right. I'm not worried about it. The fact of the matter is... The only reason why, and people may figure it out in due time, But the reason why I don't want to tout my location is because I don't want it to influence my capping, and I don't want people to think it influences my capping, because it doesn't. If I have to fade the regional team, I'll fade them. You know, I bet, and I give information based on the stats, on the data, and that's the big thing that I see other people doing what I do. They show favoritism, they bet with their heart, not with their mind, and it creates a bias, a skew.
I believe you warned me a few times on betting with my heart this year, and
I think I did.
It didn't work out too much both times.
So we have a 50-yard field goal attempt here. Keep in mind, Atlanta has a new kicker here, a newer kicker. Bryant went down with an injury earlier in the year. That ball's up, and that is right down the middle. That is good.
Perfect.
50-yard attempt, and it is right through the uprights with plenty of room to spare. And that's going to extend that Atlanta lead. They're up 13-6.
Giants sideline holding their hands up like something was done wrong there, but I couldn't really see anything. Again, 7-point game. So what kind of costume do you think you'll be wearing?
I don't think I'll be wearing any costume,
but
TiVo I'll tell you who will be there. Blue girl.
Blue girl's gone.
Blue girl.
Oh, okay.
She'll be there. My fiance Judy will be there.
Judy.
Isaiah, the little guy, he'll be there.
Okay.
And there'll be some other characters there too. I'm sure they'll want to hop in there. I might even be able to get Mo Moser.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
Mo Moser. That's a big get for you.
If we get Mo Moser on the live stream, you people will lose your mind.
That's an A-list get right there.
He's an A-list get. You will never meet anyone like Mo Moser. So we're going to try to get him on, and that's going to be next Saturday. And we'll try to at least get on the live stream for the second half or maybe the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we'll try something to get in there. Love Dice Tomatoes says story behind that shirt is classic, by the way.
I'm telling you can't make this stuff up, man. You really can't. You cannot make it up.
That's a great this shirt? Does anybody know who that is? It's kind of hard to see on the live stream. If you know who this is, you guys might be a little young. Please leave a comment. If you know what it's from, I'll be impressed if you do. Some people might know.
Iconic movie.
Great movie.
I love Dice. Yeah, he loves the story behind the shirt. I mean, you can't make it up. Guy makes a religious T-shirt, touts that he has cancer, fleeces people out of a bunch of money, and then goes to Vegas and play. He was a fan of flop poker, by the way.
Makes sense. I was going to say he played the don't pass line, but flop poker makes sense.
He loved flop poker. All right, 1st and 10 here. Giants have the ball. They're working at their own 25. End around to Odell. He's got some room. He's flushed out of bounds. 0-yard gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 10 here in the fourth. 14:49 left. Atlanta's up 13-6. And New York's got to get something going.
New York has to get something going. Try to get the ball to your playmakers right now. I expect Odell and Saquon to get a heavy dose here. Hopefully, they can get something out in the flat and really tie this ball game up. But again, 3-yard pass plays and wheel routes aren't going to work on this Atlanta defense. That's what they're expecting to see.
And it was actually a loss of 1 on the play, so it's going to be a 2nd and 11 from the New York 24. Eli's back. He's looking. Ooh. Little screen pass to Ingram, and that's going to be a nice gain, 10-yard gain. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 from the New York 34-yard line. 14:10 left in the fourth here. 13-6. Atlanta's up. New York is driving.
Savage-ass best wide receiver in the league right now. I mean, it's hard to argue. Tyreek Hill, Adam Thielen, Antonio Brown, Julio's
Jones. A game changer. He's unreal. All right, 3rd and 2nd, or 3rd and 2. I'm sorry. Eli's back.
Another swing pass.
Little swing pass to Saquon, and that's going to go nowhere. That's going to lose.
That's a loss of 7 yards on a swing pass.
That's unbelievable.
Horrible play call by the Giants there. One of the players just ran into the coaches. Almost looked intentional on the sideline.
That is unbelievable.
Horrible play call.
3rd and 2, and it looked like a designed swing pass to Saquon. They end up losing, 6 to 7 yards on the play.
7-yard loss on a planned swing pass with 3 defenders and no blockers ahead of them.
13-6 Atlanta. They're getting the ball. Dixon punts it away. Atlanta to receive.
Oh, bad punt.
Fair catch called. and he's going to make it at the 35. So Matty Ice and the Atlanta Falcons are going to go to work at their own 35-yard line. And here in the fourth quarter, we have a score of 13-6 Atlanta. Yeah, the best wide receiver in the league. There's a bunch of them. I got to say the most impactful, in my opinion, Julio Jones, by far.
Julio really opens up everything for his team. How can you argue what Michael Thomas is doing in New Orleans right now? But still, it's just Odell, what he brings to the table. But I don't think it's on Odell as far as Odell's kind of like a home run hitter. He's not really a big time possession receiver like Julio. Julio's a home run hitter. He's a possession receiver. He brings both things to the table. No offense to Odell Beckham Jr. He opens a game up when you utilize his speed, his creativity of getting open, his double moves. But I think right now Julio's the guy. Again, he's no one else I'd want. Tyreek Hill's up there. Any receiver from the Rams.
Oh, got it. Yeah,
Woods,
you
Kupp,
got
Gordon.
Woods. Yeah, not Cobb. The little guy. The little guy that went to sleep in the Super Bowl. Cooks.
I call him Gordon.
Brandon Cooks.
I'm thinking Josh Gordon, who went to New England. Brandon Cooks went to L.A.
Yeah, and how about that Josh Gordon story? I tell you what, the NFL they're trying so hard to make him out to be a whole lot better than what he is, but it is an interesting story, to see Josh Gordon go to New England and flourish. I mean, it is kind of like Randy Moss 2.0, just not as good.
Not as good. I mean, can you believe it? That's why the Patriots are a great team year in, year out, a great franchise. They trade Gordon for a 5th-round pick.
Yeah, I mean,
that's an absolute steal. The Cowboys just gave up a 1st-round pick for Cooper today. Is Gordon, when playing, maybe a better receiver than Cooper, but you don't know. It's the best ability is availability in the NFL, the old cliche.
Absolutely.
That's what they say, but still, a 5th-round pick for Josh Gordon is ridiculous. How do so many teams that need weapons right now, how do you not take a chance on that?
Yeah, and that's what we look for here at Brock Page Productions. We look for value. So, if we see lines and trends that are favorable and we see exceptional value when it comes to the price point, we're going to go with it every time. And that's the reason why we've been hitting 70% in our last 20 underdog plays, because we're seeing great value, we're seeing good teams getting a good price point, and we're going for it. And that's kind of what the Patriots have done with their organization. They see great value and they go for it.
That's what you have to do. Value picks.
All right, 1st and 10. Matty is throwing, and he has it complete to Smith, and that's going to be a nice 9-yard gain up to about midfield here. Atlanta's up 13-6. 12:43 in the fourth, and we're just getting word that Odell Beckham has gone to the locker room.
I don't know why he's going to the locker room. Not really any word on that. He was sprinting to the locker room.
Sprinting to the locker room.
You usually don't see anybody sprint to the locker room. Usually Odell does that, but with 30 seconds left in the first half because he's given up on the first half.
That is correct.
Not tonight with Atlanta in the ball.
2nd and 1. Atlanta has the ball at their own 44. Play action. Throws it to Ortiz. Ortiz gets another touch.
Wow.
And he powers his way to a 1-yard gain. He's going to be about 6 inches short of the first down. Great play by the fullback.
That might have been the greatest 24-inch gain I've ever seen in NFL history. Breaking 3 tackles at the first down mark. Really fighting for it. Actually caught the ball with pressure in Matt Ryan's face. Catches it to 38. Gets it all the way up to the 44 and 3/4 yard line. They need the 45 for the first.
So 3rd and inches here. Atlanta has the ball. They're up 13-6. 11:44 here in the fourth. We have 3 wide receivers in the lineup here. 1 tight end, 1 running back. But it is an empty set. Matty's under the center, and he's going to sneak it, and that's going to be a 3-yard gain and a first down. That play works every time.
Works every time. You see the Atlanta offensive line. First down mark is the 45. They end their blocks at the 50 there. They only needed an inch, and they got 5 yards. Just from blocking upfield. Odell Beckham back on the sideline. Looks like he's playing with his shoe. Maybe he went to get something else, or maybe he had to take a shit.
And there's Booger McFarland's hot dog neck we're looking at again. And we've determined that it's Nathan's hot dogs on the back of his neck.
Good sponsorship by Booger getting that. We should get a Brock Page.
Patreon.com/Brock Page hot dog neck.
On Booger's neck.
All right. 1st and 10. Handoff to the right. Minimal gain there. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Atlanta's up 13-6. We're in the fourth quarter here. 10:43 left.
Michael Dalton really liked my comment. I don't know if you picked up on it, but I said that Odell may have had to take a shit. I kind of threw it in there, but he caught it. I don't know if you did.
Well, he's back out, so
he is back, so
maybe he had to take a dump.
Who knows, dump. Usually if you have to take a piss, they'll just bring up that medical tent right there.
Yeah, you'll just piss there.
But you can't poo on the sideline, so you got to get back in the locker room for that.
I mean, if the bucket is big enough, you can poo on the sideline.
Depends how big the poo is.
Wow. Fill the bowl, Eastern Bowl winder. All right, 2nd and 9. Atlanta has the ball. They're at their own 46. Matty's back. He's looking. Throws down the middle. Has Julio. Julio almost evades a tackle. That's going to be a 6-yard gain, but it could have been more. Nice tackle there by Jenkins just to get him by the shoelace.
Great play by Julio to get a little something out of that, but still nice tackle by the Giants. Coming all the way across the field to make a tackle. Great play right there.
I saw we had a couple donations tonight. Man, you're really racking up the side cash here doing these live broadcasts with me.
I love the donations. More donations. That's what I like to see. I have a challenge. Who can make the biggest donation by the 5 minutes left in the game?
You sound like one of those preachers on TV.
I'll sell you food buckets all day long, buddy.
All right, 3rd and 3. Empty set. Ryan throws it across the middle of Ridley, and he's going to pick up the first down, gain of 10, and the Atlanta offense is clicking. They're up 13-6, 9-11 here in the fourth.
I could go into Pat Robertson mode right now. If you want me to get donations on this page, I will give you the absolute best broadcast possible to get donations. But we're here for the fans and donations.
Right. First down, run to the right. Smith takes it up, and that's going to be a 2-yard gain for Smith. 2nd and 8 for Atlanta. They're in New York Giant territory. And Fortnite Plays says, I'm too broke. Hey, we've all been there, man.
I said that's okay. We love you all, donation or not. But, we're just happy to have you here watching this live broadcast.
2nd and 8. Matty's under the gun. Throws it out to his left, and that's going to be complete to Hall, and that's going to be a just short of the first down. Hall with a nice catch. A little struggle there with the defensive back, and he's going to be a yard short of the first down. That's going to be a 3rd and 1 here for Atlanta.
Off the top of your head, I just looked it up real quick. How many different receivers have a catch tonight? What would you say?
I'd go 9.
Double digits, 10 receivers with a catch tonight. Matt really spreading the ball around.
Like Mayo. It's like the roulette wheel, man. You just got to spread the chips all over the place. All right, 3rd and 1, and we have a run to the right. Coleman, 10-5 touchdown. Man, that really happened quick.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. That's right up the middle, then broke it on the outside. That, I wouldn't say that's all she wrote, but it's looking to be a 20-6 game after this extra point, hopefully. So it's not over yet, but starting to get there right now. For those of you that played your 37.5 point, I know one guy out there played that 37.5 point.
What the in-game
over-under in-game. That may not be safe. Who knows? We'll see how that plays out coming up, but still a lot to go here in this ball game.
Nice toss play there. We're looking at the replay. Ortiz with the great lead block from the fullback position sprung him loose, and that 3rd and 1 turns into a big home run. Snap, hold, kick, up and good. That's going to put Atlanta up 20-6. 7:47 here in the fourth quarter. And if you're liking the broadcast here tonight, feel free to smash that like button. Let us know what you think. We would really appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe. And we'll always give you a heads up as to when we're coming next with a live broadcast. We try to do this here every Sunday night. And here on Monday night, kind of a special occasion, special event. We had some free time, so we said, hey, let's go live and get together with our good friends out there on YouTube. And we appreciate each and every one of you in the chat box tonight. Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here. Jay is calling and saying Falcons won. They're winning by 14, and the Giants offense hasn't done anything to prove that they're going to come back, but we'll see how it goes. Fernando Chavez, Coleman is on my fantasy team. Looks like that's a boner emoji he has up there. Big boner
I'm not
emoji.
sure that's definitely an erect boner.
Well, good for you if you're getting fantasy points right now from Coleman. I need to hold on here and hope Saquon Barkley doesn't do too much, but I should be safe. right now, Yahoo projecting me at a 96-point winner in my fantasy matchup.
Very nice, convincing victory.
Good convincing win. Right
Superman 444 said Andy Reid needs to be kicked out of the NFL after last night. Well, it's comical because, we've been saying this for 20 years that Andy Reid's on the take, and people look at you like you're nuts. But, the fact of the matter is I have this YouTube channel, so I'm able to connect with thousands of like-minded people, and everybody's on the same page.
Everybody seemed Andy Reid, I believe he called him.
This is not right. Like,
No.
the way his games play out don't seem right. And the fact of the matter is, after Andy sent out the offense on that 4th and 6 and ran a play that had no chance of succeeding, he was smirking on the sidelines.
Smirking, maybe, I don't know why he would be smirking there, but Andy was smirking almost like he knew the line and knew he was going to get a little bit of blowback from that action there.
Michael Dalton says, nope, you have to play 7 connectors on roulette. Okay, I like that strategy. Connecting on the wheel, like contiguous, like 2, single 0, 28, 13. Like, what do you mean?
Savage Mace 44 calling for an investigation into Andy Reid right now. That might be a little extreme, but
I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't. And the great Ludacris at the game tonight in the box. They just
Christopher
showed on the
Bridges.
TV. Chris
Bridges.
Wow. That's good. Chris Bridges, Mike Vick's there tonight, ringing in the fans, making the fans happy.
I don't know what you feel about Pets, but when it comes to Mike Vick and his athletic ability, he was awesome to watch. All right, Atlanta kicks it off. It's going to be caught in the end zone. He's going to bring it out 10, 15, 20, and he's going to be stopped at the 21. He does not make it to the 25-yard line.
I'll tell you what, usually I talked about being against bringing it out of the end zone. In a 14-point game when your offense is giving you nothing, take a shot. Take a shot in that situation. The worst that can happen is, you get the ball at 21. So, a lot of action. Breeze's 500th touchdown pass the other week. Tucker missed the extra point.
Unreal.
First ever missed extra point in 245 attempts. A little bit crazy, but that stuff happens.
The guy never misses. It's unbelievable. All right, New York goes to work here. They're at their own 22. Eli in the gun. 2 receivers to his left. Saquon to his left. Looking, throws to Saquon. He catches it, stumbles and falls. Joe Grass with the tackle, gets back up.
Wow.
Tackled by a host of defenders, and that actually turns out to be a 9-yard gain.
9-yard gain. The Grass doing what the Falcons defense couldn't do, taking Barkley to the ground. 5 Falcons in on the tackle. No blockers to be found anywhere for the Giants, but the Grass took him down, only gaining 5 instead of a bigger gain there.
How's Saquon doing? He's doing about as good as he can. He's getting a lot of touches receiving. Not huge yards, but he's getting a lot of action. And speaking of Saquon, he's up the middle, 40, 45, and up to the 46-yard line. Nice run by Saquon, hitting that hole hard. Pretty good blocking up front for him there.
Yeah, good blocking right there for him. Just looking it up right now. It looks like Barkley is only at about 57 to 63 total yards after that run, probably up to about 80. But still not the night you're expecting from Saquon Barkley. Falcons holding him in check.
Eli in the gun throws right. That's going to be to Fowler. And that's an 11-yard gain. That's going to be another giant first down. They're moving the ball here.
Yeah, I hate to bring this up, but if any of you saw the Carolina Panthers game, the Giants kind of looking similar to the Panthers yesterday. Down big in the fourth quarter. The defense playing the prevent and just dinking and dunking now. Gaining yards, maybe a quick score, and then maybe who knows what happens from there. Bring the defense out and see. Still plenty of time. 6:18 left. Falcons up 20-6. Giants driving first down around midfield.
And Odell is back in the game. He just returned to the game. 3 receivers to his left. Empty set. Eli back. Looking. Flag on the play. Doesn't even get started. Timeout called by Dan Quinn in the defense. Another one of those things. Dan Quinn didn't like what he saw. Calls a timeout.
Yeah, that one probably won't come back to harm. Good timeout there. Fourth quarter, again, 6:04 left, 20-6. Ball on the 40-yard line and driving. Good question there by Fortnite Players. What's your inspiration for the logo?
So the inspiration for the logo, a couple of things. The red and the green is representative of the board. You go to any sports book, you have the red and the green. It also represents Christmas, which was around the same time And me and my fiance got engaged. There's also, you have the colors of the German flag, which if you can't tell, I'm German. You also have the black and the red, black, yellow and green, which symbolizes the country of Jamaica, which is where I'm going on my honeymoon. And obviously the bars on the logo represent a chart. And that's what we're doing. We're just charting. We're just moving. We're just trying to move money, get wins, and get the job done.
Stack cash. I think
Stacking
this
it
should
up.
be our song. I like
Stacking cash.
Stack the cash.
That's our
Stack the cash.
flag on the play. Stacking cash
on patreon.com/Brock page.
Yeah, the patreon.com/Brock page.
I can never. It's weird that I can never remember that, and I get you to explain it again. It's almost like I'm trying to get more.
It's a great plug. But, you know, if the Giants gain a couple more yards, they will enter into the patreon.com/Brock page red zone.
That's a great red zone. That's where you want to be, in the red zone at all times.
You want to be in the patreon.com/Brock page red zone.
Okay.
Where all the info's at. All the good info. Hashtag good info. How great is that hashtag?
Hashtag good info.
Good info.
Thank God I don't have a plug here, you know, with this going on. But I know I'm here for Brock Page. I'm not here for my
He does
own
have a
plugs.
plug. He sells the most rare and unique antiques and sports memorabilia, but he refuses to plug himself.
I don't need to plug myself right now. We're going to keep those items down for a little bit. Maybe break them out more during the holidays.
If you like anything unique, sports related, shoot us a message in the chat box. Chances are he has it.
Or I can get
it. Or he can get it. But chances are he has it in his inventory. Yeah, a great hustle for him. A lot of work for you, but I guess doing YouTube videos is a lot of work and time too.
Sure.
So if you enjoy doing it, then I guess it's not work. He said, what type? Well,
I said just vintage stuff, all kinds of T-shirts, some memorabilia.
anything you want, man. It's unbelievable the kind of stuff he gets.
The weirder, the better.
1st and 10. New York has the ball, and that is complete to Saquon. That's going to be a 15-yard gain. And they are ruling him down. He was tripped up. Looked like maybe he wasn't touched, but he is down. 15-yard gain, little slant pattern to Saquon. 5:48 left. New York's down 20-6. They're at the Atlanta 29-yard line.
You know, I'm a fantasy guy. My things dropped from 98% chance of winning to 88 with this big Saquon drive.
All right, Eli in the gun, throws it short, incomplete. Intended target was Shepard.
Manning looks like, again, he's moving the offense down little by little, but that's what Atlanta's giving them. They're giving them those underneath routes. They don't want to give up the big play right here. Give up the small plays, take up time on the clock, get this thing closer to the finish line.
Michael Dalton, do you ever play the numbers that the croupier continuously hits on the board? Like if you see him hitting the 1, do you play the numbers around the 1 continuously? All right, 2nd and 10. Atlanta's up 20-6. 5:33 here in the 4th. They're at the Atlanta 29-yard line. I don't think a field goal does you any good in this situation. Eli throws complete. Wow. Odell tight ropes the line, catches it, and that is a first down. What a catch.
Great catch by Odell. Really going up there. Fingertip catch. That's one of those Odell catches that only a few people in the league can make, and he's one of them. He kind of made it easy on himself. He actually used 2 hands there. Could have used 1 hand, but Odell didn't want to show off too much, so he just used 2 hands. On the
nice block catch by Saquon from the backfield. He was actually to Eli's left and came over and blocked the end on the right side of the line. Excellent pickup there. And Giants have the ball at the Atlanta 18, 5:03 here in the 4th. Eli throws. Has a man, overthrows Odell.
Odell looking for the flag there, not getting it. A question on there was, what kind of shirt
is the
non-bearded dude wearing? This is a Billy Hoyle from White Men Can't Jump t-shirt. A little bit of Sidney Dean in the back. Wesley Snipes there too. Great movie, great sports movie, one of my favorites. This is in the old rap t-shirt style, so that's why I purchased this shirt. Great shirt. Woody Harrelson, big fan of the show. How you doing out there, Woody?
How much would that shirt go for if it was for sale?
I'd sell this for $50 bill.
All right.
Or $100 donation.
Second and 10. New York has the ball. Eli's throwing right, has a man. That's Odell caught, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 3-yard line. What a catch. Another tightrope catch as that gold chain is starting to hang out of the jersey. What a play by Odell.
Say what you want to say about Odell and all this talk, but when he gets down to it, game time, he's there for one thing and one thing only, and that's playing football. That's a huge catch inside the 5. Not many receivers make that catch either.
First and goal from the 2. Hands it off to Saquon, and he is going to be,
I think he's
looks like in for the touchdown. There is a struggle at the goal line, and they push him back. Let's see what the call is. And that is going to be a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 2-yard run in for the touchdown. Using those huge legs, just churning and churning, breaks the plane. Had a host of Atlanta Falcons in his face, and he just pushes through to cross that goal line. Excellent run by Barkley, and now we have ourselves a ball game.
We have a one-possession game, and what else more do you want on Monday Night Football? 4:47 left, Atlanta leading 20-12. Giants about to kick the extra point here. Saquon Barkley running hard, looking frustrated. Really a lot of determination out of him that drive. Great play, reviewing the ruling on the field, a touchdown. Obviously, that call's going to stand. It looked like he was about a half yard over the line there. So this game's really flying by tonight, especially compared to last night. We're only not even 3 hours into it almost, and we're already under 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, last night you had so much scoring on the one side, a lot of passing, a lot of stoppages of the clock. And what kind of made it seem longer was just it wasn't a really interesting game. Tonight's game, pretty interesting, pretty tight. There's a lot of storylines. One of the things you got to think of is the point spread. It's a close game, one-score game, but still Atlanta laying the 4 points is still covering when it comes to the spread. Now, one of the things that is really interesting when it comes to betting is the total. A lot of places have the total in the low to mid-50s. It doesn't look like we're going to come anywhere close to going over on that total.
Nowhere near going over that total. That 37.5 still in play, the in-game one that a couple guys were in on. But one thing that I'm looking forward to here, Atlanta's going to try to run this clock out, but Atlanta is an aggressive team. They're not going to lose this game because they ran the ball. They're going to throw the ball here still. They're not going to just stop changing the game plan up like some teams will just run the ball and punt it away. Not Atlanta. They're going to throw the ball here, I think, and rely on their best players to win this game for them.
Fortnite Playa Z said, is this game at ATL or NYC? It's in the Dome in Atlanta. They are down in the ATL, Georgia. What do we do for ya? Bulldog them hoes like them Georgetown Hoyas.
It's good. It's good Outcast knowledge on your
That's
part.
Outcast. That's some old school Outcast right
Outcast
there for
knowledge for you. A
They're
lot of
down
good rappers down in the ATL, huh?
Well, there's some good talent coming out of there, I guess. One of the guys I never really cared for. I hate to say this, but because I love the movie ATL, but TIP. Clifford Harris. Not a huge fan of TIP, but I tell you, he's had great success in his career. People love him. I was just never a fan of his style.
Never a big fan of T.I. Great TV show on VH1. What was that? I forget the name of the show with
Tiny's House.
Tiny's House. Great show. Little T.I. Good T.I. knowledge on your part, remembering that. But
well, ATL was a great movie, and you know who the villain was in ATL?
That was that, why are we...
That was Big Boy.
Big Boy was the bad guy.
Big Boy from Outcast. All right, interesting development here. For some reason, New York is going for 2. So they're up 20-12, and they're going for 2. Eli in the gun throws it, and
dropped.
It's incomplete. Dropped by Odell.
Arthur Blank right there in coverage on the sideline. That's one of those Arthur Blank things. Why is he on the sideline? The game's not over. But back to your analysis of that play.
For some reason, New York goes for 2 here. They score a touchdown. They're down 20-12, and they go for 2.
You know.
And they draw up a little corner to the front pylon there, and it's incomplete.
It's a 1-5 team, knowing that they need this win. They're not playing for overtime. Well, now they're going to be playing for overtime, but maybe they thought it would be easier to get the 2 there than down 1 if they score again. But just a very odd play call.
If you're gonna do that, why not go for 2 when you get to 19 points? That is really a bizarre call. Doesn't affect the point spread much there, but still, just a really unintelligent call there by the coach.
Very odd call. Again, maybe they're thinking it's easier to get the 2 points now and kick the extra point at the end of the game. That's the only thing that I could even possibly think of, but still, that doesn't make sense either.
Yeah, at this point, the Giants are just playing for overtime.
Yeah.
It's a horrendous, horrible call.
Horrible call. Why not do an onside kick there? Maybe try something different instead of kicking the ball deep. If you're going to play crazy football, then.
Yeah. If you're going to play crazy football, just kick the onside there. Do a little pop kick or a squib. So, anyway, kickoff, kick through the back of the end zone. Atlanta's going to go to work at their own 25. It is the fourth quarter. Atlanta's up 20-12. So we do have an 8-point game here. 4:47 left in the fourth.
Still trying to understand. Atlanta will probably run here on first down. We'll see, and then throw. But
Matty's under center, I formation, play action, looks down the center. Julio, he's at the 40, up to the 45. Nice pitch and catch, and that's going to be a huge gain on first down, and another first down for the Falcons. They're going to be at their own 45-yard line.
And what did we talk about? Atlanta. Oh, the ball was even tipped by the linebacker, and Julio still makes the adjustment. Makes a play over the middle. Great hands by Julio. A little bit of one-handed Giants defenders running into each other.
Yeah, huge collision between Landon Collins and Janoris Jenkins. They really hammered each other there. They might want to go in concussion protocol after that one.
No, they can't go into the tent because that's where Odell took a shit.
Yeah, he just took a big dump in the injury tent. All right, Atlanta has the ball. They're at their own 44. Toss to the left, stay in bounds, and he runs out of bounds and loses 7 yards on the play. Tevin Coleman takes the pitch to the left, gets strung out to the sideline, and runs out of bounds, stopping the clock and losing 7 yards.
I forget which game it was a couple of years ago. I remember a running back, so selfless, he goes down inside the 5-yard line.
That's a Brian Westbrook reference.
Instead of scoring, he went down, took a knee, ended the game because he's selfless. I don't know why you're going to go out of bounds there and choose to stop the clock in the fourth quarter. Just a horrible, you're not going anywhere. Go down. Don't run out of bounds and protect yourself. Get tackled and go down in bounds.
2nd and 14. Atlanta has the ball at their own 40. Matt's in the gun, throws to his right. He has a receiver. Make a move. That's Ridley. 5-yard gain. 3rd and 10.
Ridley, smart receiver, stays in bounds, decides not to go out of bounds there. Comes back in. What do you think about Arthur Blank being on the sidelines at the end of these Falcons games?
Arthur shooting blank. You know, he's an old guy. He's a wealthy guy. He just doesn't. He doesn't have a care in the world, man. He's making millions.
It's like me when I win that Mega Millions.
You're gonna hit that.
Yeah, I'll be on the sideline.
Anybody else playing Mega Millions out there? I am in the game.
You're in the game?
I am in the game, yes. I am in the Mega Millions game.
That's good. You got to be in it to win it, as they say. In it to... Can you get anything on patreon.com/Brock Page about the Mega Millions numbers?
Oh, give picks.
Are you on your
No, because I'm in the action. I do not want to give out that info.
That's very smart of you.
All right, 3rd and 9. Atlanta has it at their own 44. Matty Ice is in the gun. 2 receivers to his left.
Watch Julio Jones here.
Looking, throws right, has a man. That is going to be a first down. Nice pitch and catch. Working on Eli Apple, and that is going to be tough. New York has 2 timeouts. They might think about having to use one here.
They might use one here, but what a great job of actually, I believe it was I couldn't tell. It looked like Ridley made the catch. It was Ridley, but here he's right at the line. Knee down right there, but reaches across the first down marker just in time to secure the first down for the Falcons.
Huge play by Ridley, who is kind of an unsung type of guy, man. We were talking about him a little bit earlier in the game. I mean, this guy's got a ton of talent.
I mean, I got to pat myself on the back here. I told you about, the Falcons aren't just going to run this ball. They're going to pass the ball to get first downs and win this game. They're not going to sit back and punt the ball to the Giants if they don't have to.
Well, that's what they do. I mean, Atlanta, they don't rush.
No.
They throw.
You got to know your strength here.
They throw.
Win the game.
All right, 1st and 10 for Atlanta. They're up 20-12, 3:27 left in the fourth.
Love Dice Tomatoes. Arthur's kicking it with the homies. Remember when he wheeled out Mike Vick in the wheelchair?
I don't.
Sideline.
I don't remember that. No.
What? Oh, you got to see that. Great video. I'll show it to you.
Matty Ice under the gun. They're in New York territory, and he's going to pass. He's got a guy. Complete 40 down to the 36-yard line. Trips over some grass, and that's Hardy getting tackled by Joe Dirt.
Hardy looked like he got tripped by the grass and dirt, but really what he was doing was making sure, again, he went down in bounds and wasn't pushed out of bounds close to the sideline. Great job to gain 9 yards there. Stay in bounds. Great smart play. A lot of IQ there to do that.
Play action right, rolls left on that play, and just a really well-designed play by Sarkisian as the New York Giants will take their third and final timeout with 3:13 left here in the fourth quarter. Atlanta's up 20-12.
Looks like Atlanta's going to probably 2 more first downs. They put 3:15 right back on the clock. Matt Ryan, again, on play action tonight is 13 of 14 for 189 yards and a touchdown. 189 yards on play action. I don't know what the Giants are thinking. I just pulled that up.
Where are you getting stats like that?
I pulled that up on the phone. But
that's incredible.
But, I mean, with Atlanta's run game, why are the Giants trying to stop the run? You know Matt Ryan's going to pass the ball. That's how the Falcons win. Stop the run. Stop the pass. Let them run. They have it backwards.
3:15 here in the fourth. Atlanta's up 20-12. New York has no timeouts. Flag on the play before it even started. And it is going to be a false start on the offense.
You can't have that.
That's on Austin Hooper from the tight end spot. Bad penalty.
Austin Hooper, one big play today. Actually, he had 2 nice catches, but one really big over 30 play. But Atlanta, again, really looking in control here, even with the false start. Almost give them a little more room to operate here on 2nd and 6. I expect them to throw the ball here again. I don't think they're going to run this ball.
2nd and 6. Atlanta has the ball. They're at the New York 41-yard line. 3:15 left. Receivers spread out. Matty's in the gun. Julio's to his left. Goes in motion. Now he's to his right. 3 receivers to his right. And they're going to run it up the gut. That's going to be Smith. And he gets a good gain. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 from the New York 37-yard line.
Yeah, really gets those 5 yards back. 3 minutes left in the game. By the time the snap will go off, there'll be about 2:30 left. Atlanta 3rd and 1. I'm sure they're going to run the ball here. Maybe even get under center and sneak it again. Maybe run it all the way down and call a timeout. I don't know what we're going to see, but
yeah, I think you're right there. Yeah, they'll probably take him to line, maybe try to draw him off sides. But he's definitely going to go under center, maybe something quick here.
Oh, and the line
go
jumps.
Offsides. Holy cow.
I think they're going to call that a false start. That's you can't call that on the defense in this situation. If it is, that's the game. Yeah, you have to call that. There's no way you call that on the defense here.
So the Falcons had a 3rd and short. A conversion pretty much seals the game, and they jump off sides. False start on the right side of the line. 2 guys.
2 guys pointing at the defender like he moved first. He may have, but let him come over and make contact. Game over.
All right, 3rd and 6. 2:35 here in the fourth. Atlanta's up 20-12. Atlanta has the ball. They're in Giants territory. They're at the Giants 41. We're moving right to left here on your dial. Ryan in the gun. 2 receivers to his left.
Pressure.
Julio crossing, and he finds Hooper, who is going to be short. Hooper's going to be short, and the crowd is booing. They are not happy. That's going to be a 4th and 2.
Well, we're going to run down to the 2-minute warning. Atlanta's going to be punting from the 45. Maybe Matt looking like he wants to go for it. No way they go for it here. Actually, they're at the 39-yard line, not the 45. I'm sorry. Would you ever consider going for this right here?
No, I mean, not with the way New York has been executing on the offensive side. I mean, you can't really expect Eli Manning to lead a game-tying drive. Let your defense win the game. The defense has played tough. Let them win the game.
Let your D win the game. Here's the season for the Giants. The Giants have problems. Again, guys, not over yet. Nice stop there by the Giants. Who knows what's going to happen? You kick it away here. see what happens. I really want Atlanta to go for this. I don't know why. I think it's more just exciting on my part to see them go for it, and then if they don't get it, have the Giants a chance to win the ball game. But that's just me. That's what I want for the viewers of us. I don't want.
It's not out of the question if they go for it. I mean, you're starting to see that a lot in the league. These coaches are kind of depending on analytics, and a lot of times the analytics say to go for it, especially when you're in plus territory. So if Atlanta decided, hey, we're going to go for this, I wouldn't be shocked. But I would rather see Eli try to drive 80 yards with no timeouts versus potentially not getting it and giving them half a field to work with.
Sure, 80 yards max, too. With a good punt, you could be down within the 5-yard line and make it a
and, 90. If the Giants get the ball and they maybe gain a few yards, there's no telling that they might, get to maybe the plus 30-yard line and kick a field goal just to get the ball right back.
Yeah.
I've seen weirder things. So if I was Atlanta, I would just go ahead and punt it. But sometimes the analytics and the data don't say to do that. Sometimes it says to go for it. I know old Dougie P in Philadelphia, he might be thinking about going for it here.
We'll see what happens. Matt Ryan, I'm sure he's on the sideline right now trying to talk his way into running a play. Maybe the old roll out to the right and punt it away, but then something dangerous can happen there.
A little squib kick.
Yeah, but I don't think they'd do that in this situation.
I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to seeing some bad beats on SVP tonight. I'll tell you what, man, what a great segment. If you're a gambler, you could totally resonate with that segment, man. Bad beats on SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt. Great segment. And they're going to go ahead and try to seal it up with a field goal kick. This is a long kick now. We're looking at about a 57-yarder for Giorgio Tavecchio. He is the replacement kicker for Matt Bryant. Maybe they're going to try to draw him off sides here.
There's no way they kick this ball. I don't know what they're doing. This is a horrible play call. Nothing good comes from this. 56-yard attempt. Oh my gosh, this is a stupid decision. Kicking it from the 46-yard line. If he misses this, I don't know what to say right here. I'll let you take it away.
56-yard attempt here for Atlanta. 2 minutes left here in the fourth. Snap, hold, kick. It's up, and it looks like he banged it.
Wow.
Right down the middle, and it is good, and that might be your ball game. Wow, what a call by Dan Quinn, sending out Tavecchio. And, man, does he nail that 56-yarder.
Dan Quinn with a huge call there. Atlanta players on the sidelines looking quite surprised, like what just happened there. That's probably going to seal it, understandably. But, wow, what a kick. Looks like it would have been good from maybe about 63 there. Huge kick right there. Wow. Can't believe that play call. Can't believe the result. Very bold. You play to win the game. You win the game.
So a great kick there by Tavecchio. That's going to put Atlanta up 23-12. And like you said, that's pretty much going to do it. A lot of the Atlanta players, when we're looking at the reactions, a lot of them surprised.
Yes, I don't know if they're surprised that they actually kicked the ball or that he made the ball. But, wow.
Tavecchio made field goals of 40, 50, and 53 tonight. He's 3 for 3. Incredible night for Giorgio.
Love Diced Tomatoes says, bearded dude should be doing college or high school games. He can legit call a game. I believe you're still a free agent, right, when it comes to broadcast.
I'm an inside free agent. All right, kickoff. He returns it, and he's going to bring it out to the 30-yard line. New York's going to go to work at their own 30. And we're going to take a look at the NFC South standings. Saints are in first place at 5-1 overall. Carolina 4-2. Tampa Bay 3-3, and the Falcons are at 2-4, but they're seemingly going to get the job done tonight, so they're going to gain maybe a little bit of ground. And that NFC South, still at this point in the season, despite New Orleans being 5-1, still kind of wide open.
Very wide open division. New Orleans with the hot start. Looking like they're the second best team right now in the NFC, right behind LA, but a long way to go here, still early in the season.
149 in the fourth. Eli throws left, has a man. It's caught by Shepard, 30, 25, 20, down to the 12-yard line. What the hell just happened there?
Somehow the single coverage on the outside, and you let the guy get behind you. In a 11-point game, why would you ever let somebody get behind you? Dan Quinn looking baffled on the sideline right now.
Wow, what a play by Eli. So,
you kick, if it's me, I don't know.
Sterling has 4 catches for 161 yards tonight.
Just deep bombs every time to Sterling tonight.
So Eli has the ball. He's at his own 14, throws to the end zone, has a man.
Oh!
And it is incomplete, intended for Ingram. Nice play.
I was always a big proponent of just kicking the field goal right here.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I proposed to you earlier. Yeah, get the job done and then try to get the onside kick.
Always been a big proponent of that. Kick it and then see what happens. I guess the one thing you're thinking, though, is you're so close to the end zone. Score the touchdown here.
I hear you, but at this point, the time is more valuable. You got to save that time. You're going to need the field goal at some point anyway. Save that time. All right, Eli's in the gun. He's at the Atlanta 14. He's got 3 receivers to his right. He's back, looking, scrambling, rolling right. Has a man. He hits Shepard again, and that's going to bring him down to the 9-yard line, and precious time
that's
is
what you
ticking
don't
off the
want right there. You don't want that ball thrown in the middle of the field and let time run down. By the time this snap gets off, probably about 1:10 left.
23-12 Atlanta. New York has the ball. They're at the Atlanta 9. Eli's in the gun, looking, throws right, has a man, and he's going to be a yard short. Ellison. And they're going to call that down at the 1-yard line. He did lose control of the ball, but they're going to call him down at the 1, and precious time is still running off the clock. And, you know, if the booth challenges this and it doesn't get overturned, isn't there a 10-second runoff?
I believe the clock stops. Wow, didn't even challenge it.
Eli quarterback sneak, not going to get the job done. Eli got to the ball, got under center, sneaked it, and did not get into the end zone, and they're losing precious time. They're down to 35 seconds. This game's over. It's done.
30-some seconds. They need a quick score here.
This is unbelievable. Eli, another quarterback
again.
sneak.
What is going on? I think he might be in this time.
And he did not get in. So now it's going to be 3rd and goal. 2 consecutive quarterback sneaks attempted. Eli could not punch it in.
To Odell here.
Eli throws the ball to Odell.
Touchdown.
Catches it. Touchdown was 6 seconds ago.
But still, that doesn't mean anything.
It means everything, because if they convert the 2-point conversion here, the New York Giants are going to backdoor cover +4.
Oh!
Unbelievable. So this pointless touchdown now could mean everything if they convert the 2-point conversion, because most books and shops had New York +4.
Wow.
It's 23-18. 5 seconds left in the 4th. This game's pretty much over.
The game is over. The money is not over.
The money is not over. So this means everything to a lot of people. It's 23-18. The Giants are in the gun. They're going for 2. If they convert here, they will cover the point spread. Eli in the gun. 2 receivers to his right. Saquon to his right. Catches it. Hand off to Saquon up the middle, and he gets in, and the New York Giants with the old backdoor cover with 5 seconds to go in the game. Unbelievable.
SVP will be leading up with a bad beat for all you folks that took the Falcons -4. I cannot believe this. This is amazing to see this.
Unbelievable.
Unreal. Unreal result right there.
If you took the Giants +4 or +3 or wherever you had them, I think you're taking them plus the points with the understanding that you think they're going to win outright.
Yeah.
Is that a fair assumption?
Yeah, that's what you do if you're going to take them outright. Unbelievable that this is happening right now. I really don't believe it, what I'm seeing right now. It's
unreal. So New York was down 11.
Coin heads. That's the play you call 3 plays ago. Exactly. You don't waste 30 seconds there.
They were down 11 with seconds to go. They drive down the throats of Atlanta quickly, score a touchdown, go for 2, and make it for the backdoor cover. Atlanta's up 23-20, but more importantly, New York +4 gets the job done against the spread. Here's the onside kick, a little pop kick to the left, easily fielded by Julio Jones, and the Atlanta offense will come out, kneel on the ball, and that'll be your ball game. Unbelievable high drama here if you're a bettor. The Giants with the improbable backdoor cover. And if you had the Giants, congratulations. That was a hell of a win. They really made you work for that one. Holy cow.
Made you work for it, and you've been entertained all game. Either way you had it. If you had the spread there, 43 total points ended up in this game. A little bit unbelievable there. And I just want to say something about the onside kick. That's a stupid onside kick, the little pooch. I like to try to kick it at an up man, try to hit, maybe
bounce.
deflect off of him, get a bounce. I understand the new rules. You can't really do the old one, but again, that's going to do it here. It's all over.
Final score, Atlanta 23, Giants 20. They're doing some weird things with the stadium lights. In the stadium, there's like strobe lights and blinking and flashing. And if you have narcolepsy, you're probably You're probably in a pretty bad spot. So, nice game between these two teams. The score made it look a little bit closer than what it really was. The Giants with the huge backdoor cover. And Brian Stevenson said, you got to be kidding me. Last OBJ touchdown made me lose. Yeah, it made a lot of people lose. That was a huge score, a huge play for the books. Unbelievable.
Wow.
SVP comes on and
with a smirk.
He goes, that was rather significant, wasn't it? With a smirk. And then questioning the onside kick.
Yeah. Also.
SVP,
us and SVP are always on the same page.
He's a degenerate. He's a gambler. And, yeah, the first thing SVP said was, wow, wasn't that play significant?
Wow, I can't believe that. That's just a horrible beat if you took the Falcons -4. I mean,
unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Clearly the better team by a lot more than 3 points tonight. And kind of just really upset for anyone there that had the Falcons. Asking for some reactions out there. How did everyone else do out there? It looks like we're up to 49 watchers right now.
Yeah, a lot of guys still. A lot of guys still sticking with us. So in the meantime, as we gather questions and stuff like that from the commenters, I'll just pull up the Week 8 lines real quick. We'll just go over that quickly. And if anybody has questions, please feel free to chime in. We'll try to pull up some stats from the game as well. Actually, I think, do you have them fired up?
I got some stats.
Go ahead.
Somehow, Eli Manning. What if I told you that Eli Manning finishes this game with 399 passing yards? Would you believe that?
Where did they come from?
All at the end of the game. Sterling Shepard had 167 of them. Odell Beckham, 143. Saquon Barkley finishes with 51 receiving yards and 43 yards on the ground, so 94 total yards for Saquon Barkley there. Eli, again, 27 of 38, 1 touchdown and 399. Matty Ryan goes 31 of 39 for 379 yards, 1 touchdown also. Tevin Coleman, 50 yards rushing with a touchdown on the ground. Julio Jones saw his targets about a little low for Julio. 12 targets, 9 receptions. Did bump over the 100-yard mark, which is nice if you have him in fantasy. Everyone else around the 60 to 20 mark. Again, 10 receivers with catches for the Atlanta Falcons tonight.
And I'm just checking my fantasy here because I had to evade Odell. Let's see if I got the job done. No, I did not. Odell finished with a ton of points, and it looks like I am going to go down in fantasy this week to a guy who I literally said at the beginning of the year, I set his win total at 3.5. I said, Josh win total 3.5. I took the under, and that comment came back to bite me because he just decimated me in fantasy this week. Beat me by 9 points. Hopefully we'll have some overnight adjustments and I can pick up a few points from my defense, but not looking so good from me.
My poor team, I had 174 points and I won. I pulled out the win, 174 to 164
Yikes.
This week. Horrible week for my team, but pull out the win, 4-3 on the season. We're getting there. We're building. DraftKings team, you guys know I'm a daily guy. My DraftKings lineup, I'm in a 32 team daily league, and I actually finished 4th in total points, which is not bad. 4th this week, 1st out of 32 last week, and 2nd the previous week. So I've been really doing a good job with stacking Pat Mahomes, Kareem Hunt, and mixing in some expensive receivers in there. But they're must-haves. No matter the price, I'm paying it for those two.
Yeah.
I filled in Nick Chubb, who's the starting running back now, 14 points for the Browns. So you really got to ride out the hot hands in this daily fantasy.
And the boss man in our real life, our manager, just texted me. He said, "Oh, bad beat on a Monday night." He was watching, and I'm sure he's watching SVP right now. If you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop us a line in the comments section below. This is Brock Page Productions. We do a lot of free content here on YouTube. I also have a very valuable website called patreon.com/BrockPage. A lot of great info there. We're hitting 70% on our last 20 underdog plays. That's crazy plus money. Very profitable information there. So please feel free to check me out on patreon.com/BrockPage. There's plenty of free content there. So feel free to check me out. And before we cut out, we're just going to go ahead and take a look at NFL Week 8 real quick. We already guessed the lines. We have Miami at Houston. Houston's -7.5, total 44.5. What's your gut instinct on that game? That's a Thursday night game.
Thursday night game. I mean, I'm liking the home team there. I'm really liking the home team. I think they're going to pull it out. It's going to be a hard-fought game, but they'll pull it out in the end.
That's been an interesting trend this year. So I believe the home team on Thursday night is like 6-1 against the spread.
Yeah.
So I actually took in my picks today, I'm not going to say who I took on all the games because I want you to actually watch the videos, but I actually took Miami +7 in that one. And the reason for that is because the Houston Texans, 2-5 against the spread this year.
Wow.
So next game, we have the London game. Philadelphia's at Jacksonville. Phillies -3, totals 41.5. Both teams really in a very similar spot. They're both at 3 and 4. They really don't know where they're at. And it looks like in Jacksonville, a little bit of turmoil. I think Jalen Ramsey pretty much called out Blake Bortles.
Someone made a good point today. In college football, when one team gets blown out, they'll usually get blown out the next week. These are all professional athletes. They have pride. When one team gets blown out the one week, they usually come back pretty strong the next week. Shout out to Colin Cowherd for mentioning that today on his show. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to go against Colin though and say that the Eagles will pull that one out by about 4 points.
Yeah, that's a really tough game to cap. But if you take a look at the roster, it looks like the Eagles, I think, are better on paper. Yeah. It just comes down to execution. But anytime you have that Jacksonville defense, you're always in the ballgame.
They need the run game, too, to step up with the new Carlos Hyde. Going to be their number one back next week. So
yeah, they actually let go of Jamal Charles. Who
saw that after 2 weeks.
I had no idea Jamal Charles was even on the market to play football.
Didn't know he was on a team. Didn't know he was on a roster.
We have a 1 o'clock game, Baltimore at Carolina. Baltimore is laying 2 on the road, totals 43. What do you think on the total on that one? Where do you think that'll go?
It's telling me under. It's telling me under. You got to take the under there. I'm sure. I'm not the guy to put the numbers together, but I'm just guessing here. I like the under. Although Baltimore's defense has just been fantastic at some points this year.
Unbelievable. So. Both teams have spectacular defenses. The underplay would certainly be sensible. That's for sure. We have Cleveland at Pittsburgh. Now, Cleveland and Pittsburgh tied in Week 1. Cleveland really should have came away with that victory. I don't think he gets second chances when it comes to this Pittsburgh team, especially going to Heinz Field. I would think that Pittsburgh should be able to win this one outright.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty safe to assume. Maybe Cleveland plays another overtime game. I highly doubt it. Well, they have 3 overtime games this year, I think Cleveland does. So
I think it's 3, yeah.
3, yeah. With 2 losses and a tie. Horrible overtime record. But yeah, I like Pittsburgh there too.
All right, next game, Denver goes to Kansas City. Denver's catching 10. Can Denver get the job done against the number? How would they do it?
They won't. KC blowout. Again, they're too good right now. Early in the year, too good. Kansas City wins that game by, I'm going to say like a 34-17 final, something around that number.
Yeah, Kansas City goes into that game 7-0 against the spread for the season.
Yeah, KC all the way.
Now, this is an interesting game. You wouldn't have thought it would be interesting in the preseason, but the New York Jets traveled to Chicago to take on Trubisky and the Bears. The Bears are laying 7 in that one. I think the Jets might have a chance to cover that number, no?
The Jets have been playing a lot better. A little bit of a setback this week, but the Bears, we still don't know exactly what they are. Mitch Trubisky playing well against the Patriots. You know what? I'm gonna go Bears to cover there.
And we have a
I'm
really
liking Bears to cover.
A curiously high total on that one, in my opinion. Total of 46.
46.
You don't have to make a pick on it. I was just making a statement. Total of 46. For those two teams to get together, total of 46, that seems a little high to me.
That does seem like a lot.
That's for sure.
But...
We have Seattle traveling to Detroit. The Lions are -3. Totals at 49.5. And Seattle catching 3 on the road. Does that mean they're the better team in this spot here?
I don't think they're the better team. I think they're definitely not the better team. Detroit has something to play for still. They've been playing a little bit better, looking more like a unit lately. So, kind of liking them.
Tampa Bay travels to Cincinnati. Cincinnati's laying 4.5. Totals at 54. Will Tampa Bay get the job done in Cincinnati? I think this is only their 6th meeting in like 30 years.
Who?
Tampa Bay at Cincinnati.
Who cares? They stink. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. I'm up in the air on that. I have no idea. Again, like we said, though, a team that gets embarrassed. Cincinnati got embarrassed. Maybe now they'll come back and show what they really are next week.
Or maybe they showed who they really were this week. You never know.
Good thought.
Next game, 1 o'clock, Washington at the New York Giants. Now, that game is currently off the board. That will probably have some numbers here, maybe in the next 2 hours. Definitely by noontime Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. That game's off the board, but I did see a couple books have that at Washington -1. I'm sure that game will probably close out at Washington -3.5 to 4.
Yeah, I'm loving Washington in that one just because I think people might be fooled by this 3-point game, even though we know it wasn't a 3-point game tonight. It was much more than that. A little backdoor cover there for the Giants.
Indy goes to Oakland. Oakland not looking too hot this year. Marshawn's out, although I didn't think Marshawn really was a big impact guy there at this point in his career anyway. They just shipped out Amari Cooper to Dallas. Oakland +3 at home with a total of 50.
Oakland outright. Let's go. One time.
I can't say I fault you there. Indy's looking horrible this year.
Unless they play the Bills.
Yeah, there you go. Afternoon slate. Green Bay takes on the LA Rams. I'll tell you, this could get ugly for Green Bay.
Aaron Rodgers. You don't give A-Rod 9 points, and that's an easy cover. Dare I say, should I do it? Should I say it?
I would, yeah, go for it.
Aaron Rodgers Packers outright winners over your LA Rams this week.
Wow. So Green Bay, they're catching, I didn't see the money line. They should be catching probably, I guess, around 325, 350. That's a huge money line play there.
Just remember, folks, before you say anything else, I am not affiliated with Brock Page Picks at all.
No,
this
it's just your opinion.
This
is
my
fine.
own opinion. I mean nothing on this show. You're not. There's no
Lamar
Bo.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Maybe there will be. But
all right, next game. I know you don't care about it. San Francisco at Arizona. That game ends in a tie.
Nah, San Fran wins that game.
San Fran wins.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of
Beathard.
Beat hard.
Be hard.
Be hard.
We go to the Sunday night game. New Orleans travels to Minnesota. We are going to be doing that live. We're going to be doing that live right here. You can catch us next Sunday. And we might be going live Saturday night, too, for that college game.
We'll try.
At the Halloween party.
We'll try live in costume.
Yeah, we'll do it live for sure. But anyway, New Orleans at Minnesota next Sunday night. We'll definitely be broadcasting that game. And Minnesota is laying 1 point at home.
Love to make a pick, but I'm calling the game, so I don't.
There you go. And then we have the Monday night game. Not sure if me and you are going to be doing that, but we have New England traveling to Buffalo. New England -13.5.
Buffalo is the worst football team possibly in the last. They might be worse than the winless Detroit Lions. I'm not sure, but especially with Anderson, I believe, is playing quarterback again this week.
Detroit got a W this year.
This year. No, I'm talking about in the
Oh,
years past Detroit's team. I'm talking
Gotcha.
about really bad, awful football teams. And the Detroit Lions a few years ago were terrible, but the Bills could be worse.
Well, there you have it. There's your opening lines and outlook for next week. Do we have any comments? If not, we'll go ahead and sign off and crush some more beers.
You play Fortnite? No.
No, I don't know.
No, Fortnite. Come on. This is real money, not Fortnite money.
Well, you could probably bet on Fortnite.
It's good stuff. You probably can.
You know what? People watch other people play
Yeah, I was
Fortnite.
going to say, check out Ninja if you want to watch Fortnite, right? Is that the guy's name?
So people watch other people play video games. I want to watch people betting on watching people play video games. I think that's a great concept.
I want to watch people watching people play video games.
Yes.
That's great.
Betting.
While betting.
And I want to bet on that. I want to bet on the
wanna
outcome
bet on who's
of
gonna
their
bet on-
handicapping of the video
I don't
game.
know if you guys have ever seen Inception, but it sounds like the plot for Inception 2 here.
There you go.
Story within a story.
There you go. So anyway, it doesn't look like there's any interesting comments out there. So we're going to go ahead and sign off. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage with a documented win percentage of 70% for my last 20 underdog plays on that website. You're costing yourself valuable information each and every day you're not subscribed. I want to thank Lamar Bowe for joining us tonight. Any shameless plugs you want to throw out there?
Patrick Peterson will not be on the Arizona Cardinals by this time next week. That's all I want to say.
All right, that's his lock for the week. So anyway, that's going to do it for us. For Lamar Bowe, I am Brock Page. And once again, don't forget to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage.